We're at Pismo Beach at Oceana Dunes, and there's tsunami warnings out there.
So the waves have come up quite a bit. I was actually out here a couple hours ago filming, and just want to show you what's happening. The water's coming up really, really high.
This is the road here we're on, and it dead ends, and you can get on the beach. You can drive right on the beach, but the water's up so high, there's no way you can drive up there. So there was a bunch of people we saw that was supposed to be camping down the road here, so I don't know if they're still on the beach or if they made them get out. But there was a volcano that erupted out in the middle of the Pacific, and which is, pardon me?
Stop. All right, don't have my normal camera gear going on here. So behind us, they have tsunami warnings all the way up and down the coast of California.
Yep.
Originally, they said it was going to be more northern, and the waves would be hitting around 7:30 a.m. Here we are, I think it's about 8:30.
9 o'clock?
Yep, 9 o'clock. There you go, 9 o'clock in Pacific time, and the waves are coming in. I was out here a little bit earlier this morning because we seen everybody backed up. They said it was high tide.
There wasn't let people on the beach yet.
So I came down here and kind of filmed. The water is up quite a bit higher than it was earlier. Bad news is we are trapped in here. We're actually probably, I don't know, a couple hundred feet away from the shoreline here. And all these four-wheel drive people that come on the beach, all these rental companies have blocked us in. So there's no way for us to get out. At this moment, they have not listed any type of emergency that we have to leave. Which I imagine the guys that are blocking the road would have to get the hell out of the way so we can leave.
So they said the waves were supposed to be maybe 3-4 foot high, which isn't, I don't think, the end of the world, but it depends on how far they come in. So once they come in and then they get that high, then I guess you're in trouble because it's way past the normal area where the coast is at.
So, pretty exciting. Lots of excitement going on here.
Drama.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here comes
Got a few
Jaws.
people on. I don't know, we've got 4 people watching. No, maybe. What have we got?
14.
14. Holy Jennifer Jupiter.
It's Saturday morning. Everybody's up
We were
and about.
going to do a special video today live and tell you about what's going on in Sturgis. We found out some good information going on, and we'll probably do that.
available still?
We'll probably do that later because I'm holding the phone with my finger, and the adapter I normally use for the phone, I have no idea where it's at. Probably at home someplace.
Not a happy camper.
Yes, so this one's all wiggly woggly, so but you can kind of see the waves behind us. I'll flip the camera around in a minute. You guys can see what's going on. Don't see no surfers out there today.
Oh no, they're probably not allowed out there unless they sneak out somewhere.
So,
well, they said the undercurrents are really bad too, so I don't think anybody's allowed to be in the water.
So we're right now, for those tuning in right at the moment, we are in the middle of a tsunami warning, and we're standing on the beach just like all those Japanese people do. That we all stand along the beach, and everybody's just looking around and waiting for the big wave to come in.
We're all going to get washed away. I don't know. Could be.
That's
we better
right.
go.
Isn't that crazy?
He said, you better pack up just in case they say to get the heck out. So I was trying to pack up. He's like, let's go do a live.
So what's going on is we're in the middle of the tsunami.
In Pismo Beach.
Yep. And so we're still live, and we'll let you know if we don't make it. And
no, you won't. If you don't hear from us, you'll know why.
You'll see that emblem come up that says, this station has been disconnected for technical difficulties. Tsunami waves. So, so basically I was out here about 8 o'clock. Whoops, see this camera's moving around because the stupid tripod thing I got isn't working properly. And I'll put the waves up high enough so you guys can still see them back there. Pretty good sized waves for the Pacific coast. Actually, when we came up here on, was it Wednesday or Thursday when we drove up? There were some really big waves.
But it was very windy, so I think it was the wind that was making
But we never could find a
waves.
good place to stop. We were on the other, of course, on the other side of the highway coming up here. And it wasn't a good place to stop to get some shots of the waves. I filmed some stuff yesterday, which I just got done downloading to maybe do a video sometime in the near future, not knowing when. Because we got a lot of other videos going on. And so, hey.
So all the people that's out here watching?
Got one guy with a Jeep way out there. You can see that he ain't going to get out of the beach right now. And we're spinning. So there's all the people standing around, waiting to get washed away.
No, they're waiting to get on the beach to
So you can see here, where you can see where the wet sand is. It wasn't like that when I was out here around 8 o'clock. There was nothing, it was all dry up here. So the water has came all the way up this far with some waves. But looks like it's going back out again now.
Yeah, because when we first came up here, it was pretty close.
was wet.
When we first came out here, it was pretty close. It was right to where that wet spot is, I guess.
Yep. It's got 20 people. We're in the middle of a new
Tsunami Advisory.
That's right.
We're in Pismo Beach in California.
If you get a chance, get on your computer and Google that thing. If you look at the satellite, it looked like the Earth just blew up. It looks like it might be the end of the world when that volcano down there in the ocean. Didn't know there was volcanoes in the ocean that could explode, but I guess they do.
And all that heat comes up from the center of the Earth, and it's got to go
It's been a long
somewhere.
time since I've been in geometry class, or not geometry. It was geography. That's it. Geography class. Earth science. That's what.
There you go. Earth
I was in
science.
Earth science class in high school many moons ago.
They said, leave now.
Can't get
That's what they
out.
asked.
We're trapped. We'll show you.
We'll
show you when we get ready to walk away.
We're right here. We're right here, and all the traffic's lining up to get in. So it's all blocked, so we can't get out.
And it's what it is. It's all these rigs that hold it. They come in here and rent out. I guess you can ride four-wheelers and side-by-sides. You can drive on the beach. We might do that. You don't want to drive the truck on the beach. And it's only like $5 to get on the beach here, drive your vehicle, which is a lot better than over there in Daytona, where they charge you, I think it's like $20 to get on the beach. So, but here, the four-wheelers and stuff, the quads and all that, they charge like 90 to a...
They're
Johnny on the spot. They're flooding out.
Oh, it's not Johnny. Oh, maybe it is. I don't
Johnny's
know.
got to go. It's flooding. So, but they charge out here anywhere from $90 for a little quad up to $290
an hour.
Yeah, an hour. You're thinking, hey, that's not a bad deal for the day. No, $290 for a day to rent
an hour.
A side by side.
A Polaris.
And I'm like, these people are on dope. I need to go bring my side by side. Or I don't have side by side. We have some quads. I need to bring them down here and charge $50 an hour, and I'll rent mine out.
It makes some extra money while we're down here.
Buy a new one after a couple days.
Yeah, you could.
What a deal. So we're in the middle of a new whatever, I can't even say it now.
Tsunami Advisory.
Yes. And
because a volcano,
you can hear the water.
A volcano erupted in the Pacific Ocean. So the whole coast of California is oh, there's another vehicle. He's getting the heck out of here.
There goes a Popo.
Oh, he's coming out too.
He's going down to the other end of the beach.
I don't think it's that bad because I don't think they'd be letting all of us stand here.
Yeah, well, and they haven't said any warnings. I noticed when I was reading the guard shack earlier, before they actually said this was happening, that they'll sound some kind of warning. It's like a 3 to 5 second siren goes off, and then you have to tune to your radio station 1190, probably AM, to get the latest update of what's going on. But where we're camped at right here, which is not even probably a half a block from where the water is, we can't get out because all these rigs are here. And we're going to show you that before we walk away, what's going on out there. Let's take a quick look at the waves. And flip the camera around. Beep. Look at that. Hey, that worked pretty good.
Show them where we're at. There's Oceano Room. That's where we're at.
We're crossing the barrier. Good sign is the birds are all standing out there, so usually that's a good sign. When you see them fly away, that's usually the time to run like hell.
Wasn't it the next day when the one in Japan hit?
Well, it depends on how far away it is.
I don't know.
So I said they basically said it was supposed to hit here, not here, up in San Jose, which we're only probably 100 miles, 150 miles. I think we're about 220 miles from San Francisco. Yeehaw! From where we're at on the coast. And so San Jose's below that, probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 miles below. Don't know the exact mileage, but we're probably not that far away. But it was supposed to hit here. Well, I think it did hit there around 7:30, which were higher waves than normal. Some areas did get evacuated.
Oh, there is some surfers out there. There's a guy out there. Something's out there.
Yeah, it is a guy surfing.
Oh, there's one way out there.
Geez, there's some guys out here.
Oh, there's one there too.
Yeah, there's some guys out here surfing in the tsunami waves. I don't know if you guys can see him way out there or not. This guy's, there he goes, up, up, up. Guess what? They want to do the big ones. Yeah, there's a guy. He's up. He's up.
Like
he's up. He's still going. He's still going there. Going. Get on your 100-inch TV at home and you can see these guys surfing out there. He's going to town.
He's going to town.
Yep. There he goes. I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't think. Oh, I can kind of zoom in.
I don't think you can make it bigger.
Yeah, he is. He's right there. See the guy? He's surfing.
He got down.
He fell down.
There's another one way out there.
Yeah, I can't see that far. Let's go back to the wide line. So look, even people surf in the tsunami. It's California.
Maybe we say more.
What? Might have some California folks watching to see if we're dying out here or not. So, most of these guys probably that you see out here are actually probably the guys that rent out the side-by-sides and stuff that are going on here. So, there's supposed to be tsunami warnings here. The beaches are all closed along the coast of California today, and nobody knows when they're going to open them up.
Which stinks because this is the holiday weekend because Martin Luther King Day is on Monday and some people are...
And they normally don't open the beach here till around 7 in the morning. And we heard music all morning long, and I guess it was these guys had their headbanging music going on in their trucks that pulled the trailers. So, hey, pretty exciting. We might do another live today because we really were going to do a live today on, we called a bunch of campgrounds yesterday in Sturgis, and we're going to give you some updates. We got one major announcement that one of the campgrounds told us. So, not going to do it now because we're holding the phone and it's kind of crappy and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold my arm up here.
You want to walk back and show them the line?
Yeah, so we'll show you all the vehicles that are parked. Here, we'll turn around so you don't have to see us. The waves are really big way over there. You can see they've had to drive all the way up here to the beach to get around the water when it was earlier. Pretty good sized waves. More and more people showing up. They even brought an out of service vehicle. They needed all the vehicles they could get. We'll fall over the sand trap. So here's what's parked in front of where we're at. We'll see if you can see, if you guys can read the tsunami warning on the sign. Whoops, there goes the phone again. Oh, there it is. Nah, it's not picking up. It says beach closed. Tsunami warning. Nope, can't read it. It's kind of weird that the phone don't pick it up.
I know. It's like every other...
Yeah, it's kind of weird the phone don't pick it up. It's the only transportation we can have now is a bicycle. So this is what's parked in front of where we're at. So these are all the vehicles that are blocking us in. If you see those little blue trailers there, that's where we're at. I think we're in the blue one. The third one over is where we're at. So there's no way to get out of there. There's a driveway there, but our community doesn't go. Yeah, our community doesn't go into that driveway. So here's what you're renting for $90 an hour is these things. There's some here. So for like $2.90 you would rent something probably like this. We passed them up. If you guys were watching the screen, you would have seen it. Oh yeah, they're double road here. There's the budget one for $50 a day is this one. That one's the $50 one. So here we go. Here's some more that they rent. But basically, this line's going all the way down. I have no idea how far this goes. Airing up some tires.
I don't know. I thought they were charging their battery.
Not with that. So
that's us there.
That's us.
Where we're staying.
There's a truck.
There's the driveway. And there's where we can't get out.
We are trapped. Tsunami or not. Got 57 on, holy smokes.
So if they'd make it an emergency evacuation, we wouldn't be able to go. We'd have to run.
Big four-wheel drive. Be like a demo derby here.
Those are the ones that are 290.
Yeah. These ones here are probably the ones that are getting
290 an hour.
$2.90 an hour to rent that. Can you believe it?
A little rich for my blood.
Yeah. So behind us is the water, so that's how close we are to the water. If you see that light pole right there, that's kind of where we were standing at. So to let you know. Waves are a little bigger. The tide is actually starting to go down, but the waves are still pretty high. There's actually, if you watch earlier in the video, we had caught a guy surfing out there. There's like 4 or 5 guys out there surfing. So they're brave to fight those waves. And 'cause you never know what might come up.
It's like the sun's trying to peek out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be raining down in LA. Good thing we're not down there. And so, pretty exciting. Tsunami warning here in California.
Tsunami Advisory.
Yeah, I don't know if they've ever, not since we've lived out here. We lived in California for about, I don't know, 17, 18 years, and we've been out of California now for 3 or 4 years. And I think the whole time we lived there never was a tsunami warning.
I think when we picked up Jack, remember, there was a tsunami warning up north.
I think that was a tornado. Oh, maybe it was. I don't know.
I don't know what happened, but yeah. Because we needed to get a little dog cage for him. One of our dogs.
I thought it was a tornado.
It was a tsunami warning.
And
Because we had to go in, he went into Kmart and they're like, you can't come in. He's like, I gotta get a dog cage.
Well, that was way up north. That was up by Eureka.
By the Oregon border.
Yeah, so that was a lot farther up.
But yeah, there was one then, I think. I'm pretty sure it was a tsunami warning.
Could have been. Don't remember. It was a long time ago. 12 years ago.
Who remembers more?
So, this is where we're at. We're standing around doing nothing. Actually, I've been downloading some videos. We got to talk to the
Manager
general manager. Not just a manager. He was a general
GM
manager. That's right.
of Santa Maria Harley-Davidson.
That's pretty good. Family-owned business. Been in business, I think, that they've owned it for, I think he said about 25 years. He's been there 15 years. And it's one of those dealers that we're going to talk about that doesn't mark up manufactured retail price. There you go. There's another one we found. You know, we found one up there at Laidlaw's. Found another one here in
Santa Maria.
And some of the ones over in Vegas don't do it either. So we do find some dealers out there. A lot of people say there isn't. And we found some more neat things out about here, some more good secrets to find out. That the dealers actually can pre-order. You can order a 2022 motorcycle and get it within 6 to 8 weeks. How? Well, what they're doing with Harley-Davidson's doing is the dealers are getting, based on how many bikes they sell in a year, they're giving them an allotment of bikes here at the beginning of the order season that they can order. For instance, where we were at, they were able to do six bikes, but it comes out of their normal inventory. So they don't know if they'll get any more after that they can pre-order. But like the guy we were in there last night that ordered him a brand new bike, and that's why I said, how long is that going to take to get that sucker in? He said 6 weeks. I'm like, really? 6 weeks? So I was like, I'll go talk to the general manager and see if that's really true. And they're like, oh no. And he explained it to us, and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. And he said, so all dealers get that. And he's like, yeah, well, every Harley dealer gets some type of allotment that they can pre-order.
Depending on, I think, how many you sell.
So what happens is, based on when they put that order in, it comes to the beginning of the order. Now, let's say another dealer has already ordered his 10 or 6 or 5 or whatever he's got. You're behind those, but you're not behind all the bikes that they're producing. Now, once that allotment's gone from all the dealers, then maybe some dealers will trade, I don't know. But then
you have to sell those 6 bikes before you can reorder anymore.
Yes.
Those all have to be gone.
Yep.
So we're in Pismo Beach. I saw somebody ask. Pismo Beach, California, and there's a Tsunami Advisory out.
We're actually at Ocean, what do they call it? Ocean?
It's Ocean-O. Ocean and then an O at the end of it. Beach. Is
where we're at. And I think that's actually what this town is. We're kind of in between Pismo and, what's at the other end? Santa Maria.
Guadalupe.
Yeah.
I like that name. If I'd have known that name before I had my kids, I think one of them would have been
I think our daughters would love to be called Guadalupe.
They call them Lupe.
Yeah. They really love that. Hopefully none of them are on here.
I like that name.
They'd have a fit. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about the tsunami that they're warning here in California. Here, we'll take another walk down the street here and show you those that just kind of showed up. I know a lot of you just came on board. Please be safe. Of course, we're trying to be safe. Somebody wrote, be safe. Those waves could come anytime. That's true. And the bad news that we have here is we can't get out. So here's the truck. There's the truck. We're parked there. That's where we're staying. Here's how we get out.
How?
We don't. That's what it is. We don't get out. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting to see what's going on. The waves out here have actually been coming down. Well, the waves are still tall. The waves are still tall, but they're not. The tide is going out. Actually, the tide was up.
As close as what they were.
So the tide was really high earlier this morning when I came. It wasn't as high as what I can see on sand now, but I'm losing thoughts of words. But so we were sitting back in the, it's like a trailer, I don't know what they call that stupid thing.
Park model.
Park model little homes. And so we're staying in that, and we had the news on. I was downloading videos from yesterday and off the cameras, and they said tsunami warnings. And I'm like, what kind of tsunami warning? What the heck are they talking about? We don't have tsunamis in California. And I'm like, holy crap. So we decided we'd walk down here, and then we seen the sign. I got a big lighted sign, but it won't pick up on the phone, which is really weird. That says beach closed.
Tsunami
warning.
And they don't know when it's. I guess it was supposed to peak at 7:30 this morning. Now it's almost probably.
Well, they said up in San Jose, California, which is probably maybe 150 miles from where we're at. North of where we're at. They supposed to have had the waves hit them around 7:30, but I don't know if there's, when there's that. When things happen like that, it's a ripple effect. When like that volcano, there's a ripple effect. So there could be that some waves are behind other waves, and maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know.
Oh, look at those wheels. Tires. Sand tires.
That's what they are. That's what you need. Come down here and rent those for like $2.90 an hour. What a deal.
Oh, there's some horsies.
You can get horses on the beach.
Can't
have a dog on the beach, but you can have a horse on the beach. Yeah, what else we got? Some more people are writing.
No,
the tide's going out is not a good sign.
Uh-oh.
That means the water is being pulled out.
And then it'll come back.
Well, the tide already was going out before this ever happened. Waves are getting pretty big out there. They're not, I don't know. We've seen
They're
bigger.
big for California.
Yeah. California, if anybody has ever come out here and surfed, they're not super big. They'll fall in the hole.
Yeah.
This is where we've been parking at. We did a video out here yesterday.
Oh, there's the surfer guys.
Oh, yeah.
You asked them how it was. Well, they're getting naked right now.
Naked guys. Turn your eyes. Got to warm his feet up there, putting in his warm water. Or he's getting the sand off, one of the two.
So how was it? Was it better than normal?
How was it? Too fun? They don't chase you off from something like this? They don't care? It's your life?
Yeah, that's it.
If you want to die, it's up to you, huh?
Yeah.
But a lot of work, I bet, huh?
What's that?
A lot of work?
Yeah, it's taking a little effort to get out.
Okay. I got one of you on film. I don't know who was out there. Somebody was out there for a while riding it. I got somebody on film.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Tyler.
He got up.
Brandon and I saw you catch some beauty.
So this is all the guys that were out there surfing. If you stayed earlier and seen them surfing, this is all the guys that were out there riding them waves and big ones. Said it was a little bit more work than a normal waves, but I mean these guys are pretty much older gentlemen that are out here, and pretty exciting. Got 78 on here. Well, all I want to know about tsunami. See, no dogs on the beach. Oh, you can if they're on a leash. I guess the horses are kind of on a leash. So, yeah, this is about where the waves were at when I came up.
He'll be here in 5 months, Mike.
Right?
Mike says he'll be here in 5 months, the guy from Phoenix. So I'm trying to read some of the, I didn't bring my glasses, so I can't really read all these. Jason Brown. Talking about, oh, that's what you just read. Please be safe. We always try to be safe.
Let's flip it around. You guys can watch some waves. Flip.
Your seat cushion can be used as a flotation
right.
device. I don't know, does the truck work like that? Big kahuna.
Not as many people out here as was earlier.
For some people, yeah, I bet it was. Oh, we have somebody on from the UK.
There
we
you
have
go.
Simple Ben. Is it a Big Ben? Simple Ben.
We still got, the birds are out here still. You got, that's always a good sign. If any kind of natural disaster happens, hurricanes, anything like that, you see the animals will take off first, and because they got that sixth sense.
Mark Bass says there's flooding in Santa Cruz. Robert says be careful. Robert, are you Robert from, we met you in Adam Sandoval's place? Are you that Robert?
That's a Roberto.
Roberto.
Yeah. They used to call me that.
High tide or low tide right now? It was high tide and it's supposed to be going out.
No, we don't have the Ford Ranger out here. We've got the F-250 diesel. That's what we brought out today.
I guess somebody watched it on the news too. It says, yeah, it looked like an atomic bomb from the satellite.
As we watched that right before we came out here, and I was like, holy crap, that looked like the world was going to explode. That was nuts.
Says, stop, leave now, please.
We can't get out. We're trapped. All those vehicles have got us trapped in, or we probably would have gone in town. But it just depends. Here, I don't think we're too low at sea level. I think we're like 25, which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's places up the coast where we used to live by, which was Seal Beach, which is below sea water.
Sea level.
Yeah, sea level. And it floods all the time. Something like this happens. There's some big waves out there.
Mohawk Mike's on. He says, Bating.
Yeah.
Skippy Jones says, what's going on?
Good thing you're in Arizona there, Mohawk. I don't think the tsunami will make it that far yet. They always say that, someday maybe California will end up in the ocean. And
hopefully not while we're here.
That's why we moved to Arizona.
The kids will move.
Yeah. So my one daughter does live on the coast. She lives down in Huntington. So that's kind of close. And she's kind of in a ways. But, some of these tsunamis when they come in, especially like in
Robert
Japan and stuff.
What? Robert, there he says. He's I'm on now. Aguilera.
That's it, Aguilera.
But the other one just says Robert.
I used to have a boss. His last name was Aguilera. Ralph Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera.
I don't know Christina.
Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera.
If your vehicle is in line on the road and you're not in it, it's blocking traffic and needs to be moved.
We're going to make a move?
I guess.
Sounds like the Rangers are going to make them move the vehicles that are back here trapped. Which they're going to have to come in and make a big circle here if they do. Sounds like they're going to make all those vehicles move. Because like we are, we're camped over here, you can't get out.
They would say you have to evacuate. We're parked over here, we can't get out. We're in the campground. Oh, that's where we are. Yeah.
Well, that's what I said.
Nobody. They're hoping they're going to open the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a holiday weekend.
They want to make that big money.
Oh, Skipper!
Well, we've been on vacation for 3 weeks. Your vehicle is parked on the street and you're not in it. It's blocking traffic. It must be moved.
All the years I worked,
We're currently closed until further notice. Thank you.
There you go. That's what I say. We're trapped over here. We're in one of those bungalows over there, and it's like, how are we going to get out? I said, if they told us we had to leave.
I was going to drive down here. I thought, I'll get there in a car down here.
This is there's the main means of transportation if you're here during that. But they're going to make all the guys, looks like, and girls, if there's any girls driving trucks, they're going to make them come through. They'll probably come through this loop and get out. So if there is an emergency, we can get out. FYI, left me, I can't see what it says. I don't have my glasses on. No. I took them out, they're in the truck.
We have a YouTube channel, we follow motorcycle rallies. So say hi, we're live right now.
You're live on YouTube.
How you doing?
Where are you from?
Valparaiso, Indiana?
Okay. Have you ever been involved with a tsunami before?
Never.
First experience.
I want to be the first in line.
Well,
you see
if
that
it starts
30-foot
coming,
wave?
you better.
Just bend.
I don't think you can run that fast, so.
Just
Well,
say-
earlier today we came, there was people all lined up. I said, this is like over in Japan where they all stand around and watch until the water comes in and they all go out for a swim.
When it was up
And
here
never come back.
earlier,
I know. Yeah, it was way
Yeah.
up here.
Well, I came out around a little bit before 8 and the water was about there.
Yeah,
So it all came back up because originally they closed it down because of the high tide.
right.
And then we were sitting there watching TV and they showed that explosion of that volcano. Oh, if you look at that thing, it looks like the world blew up. A satellite picture of it. And it's like half the ocean comes up.
Where was that at?
It was just it was out in the Pacific Ocean. It's a volcano that went up.
Yeah, but
It was just on KCAL 9 news. But I mean, everybody's probably showing it now. But it showed it, and this thing was gigantic. It looked like atomic bomb.
Wow.
we missed it.
Yeah,
It didn't show it till just before we walked out here,
like
probably
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, must have been around 9 o'clock.
Hopefully it'll be on
Oh, I'm
again.
sure.
Because it happened earlier, because they were predicting 7:30 this morning it was supposed to hit San Jose, and they got some waves. Well, then when I looked out the window and I seen signs say tsunami warnings, we looked at the TV again. They're like, oh, now they came on and said, hey, now they got the whole California coast, all the beaches are closed due to the tsunami warnings.
We came all the way from Michigan just to see it.
Yeah, Indiana.
That's right. Once in a lifetime, you can experience it.
We stayed in Lake Havasu and rode our Harleys up to Laughlin and back to Golden City.
Okay. Yep.
We've got, what state are you from? Where are you from?
Indiana and Michigan.
Go to Sturgis?
We're all staying there for 10 days.
Where are you staying at in Sturgis?
Steel
Steel Wheel?
Campground
That's a
right
good
now.
one. Right
We
across
usually
the
get-
street from the old Buffalo. Or
Steel Pony.
that used Steel Pony.
No.
Steel Wheel.
Steel Wheel.
Oh, I
Wheel,
think
it's
that's
up in
the
mountains.
one
It's up off of 385.
where we
Oh.
stopped.
You know
Remember
where
when we
that
stopped
fur-
at the gas
You know that
station
fur
on our
cabin
trip?
is? The fur cabin is across that big fuel stop there, that gas station, there's a fuel.
They have to
There's a-
trade the furs.
They trade the
Okay,
furs.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff, sharpened knives, all that.
Okay.
Right on the other side of that. It's the
Ah,
first time
okay.
there. We usually stay right down in town. We rent a house or something.
Okay.
This year we're at Kathmandu. That's right next to the Veteran Cemetery. They got their
Oh,
own
okay.
bus, takes you downtown and everything.
Right.
It's not the bus. It's their own
It's not
bus.
the bus.
Yeah, their own bus. So that's what we do. We cover motorcycle rallies. Last year we covered 15 different rallies all across the United States, and even went into Rocky Point. If you want to see a wild and crazy rally, Rocky Point, Mexico. 60 miles across the border. Yeah, it's across 60 miles across the border from Arizona, and we just drove across it. We have the IDs you can drive across on. You don't have to, the passport one. And they didn't even look at them when we went across. Coming back, they just asked you where you were from and what state you live in. And you're American, right? Yeah. Go.
Take your,
Bike. We rode the bike. We left the trailer on the Arizona
I
side.
could say it'd be stripped when you come back.
No,
Yeah.
well, you buy insurance. That's the only thing you have to do. You have to pay. It cost me $74 for 5 days to insure the bike in Mexico. But it's a hassle if somebody does hit you. There's a big old long ordeal you have to deal with to get anything out of it. But we didn't really have any trouble. What was funny was once you cross the border, there's a little town there. And once you get out of this town, all these signs say U.S. free zone. Well, there's bikes going 90, 95 flying past us. We're doing like 85. It wasn't a cop, wasn't anybody for 60 miles. But they call it the free zone. So I guess that's what it is, so that we don't have to worry about being stopped by anybody. You know, if there's somebody out there on the road that tells you to pull over, you don't stop. And but we didn't see any trouble. We didn't hear any trouble. The police didn't really hassle people.
I have a nephew who did mature in Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan. Marine. When he come back, him and two of his buddies had their wives drop him off in Tijuana with dirt bikes.
Days.
And they rode to Cabo and back. They've done it 3 times.
We got a lot of friends that go into Mexico and travel.
They got thrown in jail once. had to pay money if they did
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you always,
Pay the local.
yeah, got to pay them.
Federality.
Talk about, I would be scared to death. They took extra time, you know,
Oh,
everything
yeah.
with them.
I would be afraid. Yeah.
We
you
know
throw you
a
in jail,
lot of
you never get out.
RVers that go down there. We know a lot of older couples that just go down there for
My-
3 or
my
4
uncle
months
did
to
it
travel,
for years.
and they're still doing it now. And it's like, because we were going to do, if we would never started our YouTube channel, we were going to do a 3-month trip with a group down through Baja.
Yep.
And you stay on the beaches. They're all free
Yep.
camping, and you there's places that you can get water and stuff, and you know,
That's what my nephew did.
and
Are you getting signal? Because I'm not. Okay, is it still going?
Yeah,
All right,
this
'cause
is live.
mine's,
We got 100
mine's
people on.
spinning.
holy crap, we got a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
I know,
here's what's
it's
going.
fun.
We'll go back and get cards.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to look it up? So we got some new Harley riders behind us that are going to check out our channel. So what are we doing right now? We're here at a Tsunami Warning here in California. We're down here right around Pismo Beach. It's called Oceano. It's Ocean with O on the end. Beach. You might wonder, what the heck are we standing around out here for? Well, we're trapped. They just made an announcement. But there's real big rentals here you can drive on the beach. They got 4-wheel area here. They got some dunes, which most states don't allow you to drive on the dunes. They've got an area here that you can ride on. I think it's just down the road there. It seems like we can see it. Might take the truck out here. She don't want to drive the truck in the sand, but might go out here. It's like $5 to get on the sand. But they want like $90 to rent one of these little quads, and it's like $290 to rent side by side. You're like, hey, that's not too bad. That's an hour. An hour. and there's probably 100 of them in line here on trailers, and that's what's got us blocked in that we can't get out of here. They just made an announcement that they wanted all the people that had cars blocking us in here, they had to get into their vehicles because they're going to make a move. So there's a big circle here that you can turn around in. Like if you come up here at night when the beach is closed, you can make a U-turn and get out of here. And so hopefully they'll move them out, and maybe we'll go into town and look around. I don't know. We weren't really planning on doing a whole lot today. We were going to do a live. We called a bunch of campgrounds yesterday in Sturgis and got an update, got a big announcement on one of the campgrounds. And so it's pretty exciting. And I'm not going to do it now because we're doing this live on this tsunami. So never really been involved with one. I watch on TV. So originally they said it was supposed to hit San Jose at 7:30 this morning. Pacific time, that is. That's a long time ago. It's probably about 9:30 now. And I was down here around 8 o'clock. No big deal. They just said the beach was closed because we had a high tide. We can't drive. They want you to drive. It's weird here. Sometimes they tell you to drive on the wet sand. Sometimes they tell you to drive on the dry sand. So they said they had it closed for this morning. It normally opens, I think, around 7 o'clock. They open the beach. And all these rental places come in and they park down there by the dunes, and then you can, because from a certain area here you can't ride the four-wheelers on. You drive your vehicles on, but not the four-wheelers. So we heard their music all morning long, so I came down here and seen what was going on, why they weren't letting them in, and they said, oh, the beach is closed because of high tide. It'll be about an hour and it'll be down. So I went back and we downloading videos from yesterday. Got a couple good interviews. We went to Santa Maria Harley-Davidson, and got some great things about them. They do not sell over manufacturer retail price. There you go. Business dealership. Owners have had it for over 25 years. Great place. We talked to a lot of people while we were there. A police officer. He's got his own personal Harley at home. He says this has been one of the greatest dealers he deals with. I had another gentleman yesterday that bought a brand new bike. That's one of the neat things that are going on with Harley that we found out. Breaking news. If you didn't know, or if you've been to a Harley dealer, you might know, you can, depending on the dealer now, you can pre-order a 2022 Harley. They'll be here in about 6 to 8 weeks. What ends up being like here at Santa Maria, they had 6 that they could do that on, pre-order on. So this gentleman yesterday got lucky and he got one of those 6. I think they sold all of them. They sold 5 bikes yesterday while we were there, 5 or 6 he said. And I wasn't that busy, but they had a lot of bikes in the showroom. Not a lot of new ones, but they got all the new ones in back. We didn't get a chance to look at them. But what we're going to be doing next week, we're going to be probably doing it, not next week, on January 29th, Las Vegas Harley-Davidson, which is actually the Red Rock dealership, is going to have their pre-showing of all the new bikes. And if all goes well, hopefully Friday night, we'll get the sneak peek. Now, we probably won't be able to do the live from the sneak peek. But maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll see what they say about it, and that'll be pretty exciting. But that's going to be on January 29th on Saturday. We'll be in Las Vegas. Anybody's going to be hanging out in Las Vegas, check us out. We'll be at the Red Rock Harley-Davidson. I think it's 11 to 3. They're going to have this pre-showing the bike. So hopefully we can either get in there Friday night when it's closed or early Saturday morning and get our pre-shots, and then we'll film the stuff that's going on. We'll do a live from there, and that'll be pretty neat. You can get our opinion on what we think about the new bikes, what they look like, and all that kind of good stuff, and it'll be pretty neat. And we haven't got a chance. Our dealers, Brother Road Harley just actually got their allotment of the basic bikes. New colors, had some new wheels on some of the basic ones. Some of the guys have already put videos out about that, so it's not it's not breaking news if I don't show it. If they would have had them here, they had the new bikes here, not the new ones they're going to show on the 22nd, but the standard bikes with the new paint and the new wheels. They, there's a big wave coming in. Flip it around. Camera doesn't look so good. Let me zoom in a little bit. What? Well, we'll show that later. We're showing the big waves. Big waves. Big waves. It's hard to hold it because this isn't my normal tripod it's my normal tripod, but the brace isn't the one holding. Look, they're bringing in the big boys to tow people out. Dun, dun, dun.
Army truck is
Yep, that's what it is. It is an old army truck. And must be somebody stuck somewhere, and they're bringing the big truck out to tow them in. That'd be pretty exciting.
Yesterday there was some campers, and they acted like they were going to be able to camp all night on the beach. So I don't know.
Some bigger waves coming in. I'd say that's the thing back here is showing up because I got it on wide. Kid on the ground, kid in the sand warning. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'm going to go, I guess, get a couple cards then.
All right. I think we never locked the door. Here's the keys. I could lock it on the way out, back. Hopefully it's not hanging open. Show you some more waves. Tam's gonna go get some cards. So what's going on? We're at a tsunami. It said 1 and 3 foot high waves will still get inland, few hundred yards. Videos up of the wave hitting some of the island shows house walls getting knocked down. Where was that at? Where did you see the 1 to 3 foot waves? These are bigger than 3 foot waves that we got coming in here. These are ones that are rolling in here right now are probably 3 foot. Those ones a few minutes ago I showed you are probably the guys who were out here earlier surfing. If you watch, go back and watch that. We actually got to talk to a few of them before they left. They had about 6 to 8 foot waves coming in when they had. We got them filmed. One of them rode pretty far. So still a lot of people still out here. Not as many as earlier. But it's anybody that's staying in any of these places, we're trapped because of the vehicles that have us locked in. Locked in. So sun's trying to break through. We weren't supposed to get any sun today. There's your main means of transportation right now is bicycles. Because you can't get around here in any kind of vehicles. So you can see how far the water was coming up, all the way up into this lower area here. Probably more of a runoff for the street. But there's 2 people down there, way down there walking, down in the sand. All the surfers are gone. They said they didn't chase the surfers out. They came out on their own. They said they did have to work those waves. They were some work to get up there. But one guy we filmed earlier, got to zoom in on him. He rode it for probably, I don't know, probably close to a minute or more. And they said he was the one that got up on almost all the waves. And they were older gentlemen. It wasn't young guys out here surfing. So, kind of neat. So Cam went to go get some cards. Got a lot of people here wanting to know what we're doing. Who are you guys? I don't have my shirt on. We got our Santa Maria shirts on we got yesterday. So, I don't know if he's going to go out and get somebody. We'll see in a minute if he pulls through here and he's going to pull somebody out of the sand. I don't know if you can camp on the lot. They basically say day passes here, but we've seen a few RVs go in yesterday evening after this actually closed down and never came back out. So, not sure about that. So, make sure you give us a thumbs up. We appreciate that. And for this breaking news in California, the tsunami that's going on. Tsunami warnings. We don't have any, we got some bigger waves, had a higher tide. Not a whole lot. I was actually out here around 8 o'clock this morning. I was kind of wondering why we had such a backup. Let me flip this around. All these vehicles here are parked right in front of where we are staying at this weekend. And we couldn't get out. Well, they had their rap music or something going bright and early this morning. So I got up and I thought, I'm going to walk down the street here and see what the heck is going on. As I got down here, they said, sign that lights up said that it was closed due to high tide. So like, okay, no big deal. Talked to a couple guys. They said, probably about an hour. So I filmed some of the waves and stuff there. Not too exciting. And I went on back and I was downloading videos this morning. And what ended up happening is they came across and said, Tsunami Warning, Tsunami Warning, Tsunami Warnings. Say that like 5 times straight. There he goes. He's going to go pull somebody out. We'll see who he gets out. That's what you need. Now, just imagine how much it's going to cost this guy to get pulled out with that big old tow truck. Major expense. Well, there he goes. So you can get stuck and you can get pulled out. I'll bet you he pays over $1,000 to get out of whatever he is. If it's an RV or whatever it might be going on there. But appreciate all you guys watching us today. Tsunami warnings, kind of special if you're not used to our channel. If you just picked it up because you've seen tsunami warnings. We are an RV motorcycle channel. We follow motorcycle rallies, give you out good information, talk about places to stay, places to see, places to eat. Just had a video come out yesterday about great places to eat in Sturgis, South Dakota. It's one of the largest, to me, it's the largest motorcycle rally in the United States. And we're actually getting ready to head out here in less than 30 days. We're going to be going to Daytona, Florida, clear across. Right now we're on the Pacific coast, and in 30 days we're going to be on the Atlantic coast. So you don't see a lot of people doing that. So, pretty exciting. So behind us, we actually had a little bit of sun here. We weren't supposed to get any sun today. Yesterday was a great day. It was sunny all day. I'm checking my phone, making sure she wasn't texting me. I think we might have left the door open. Had all the computers going and stuff. Oh, here she comes back. Yep, she says the sun's coming out. Here she comes. Da, da, da. Way down there. Woo! She thinks she's in a parade. Here, that's the guy who can camp on the beach.
Which guy?
This guy. He looks like he's a park ranger. Can you camp on the beach?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Because I didn't know. I seen the day pass thing. I didn't know if they... What do they charge to camp?
It's $10 per night.
Oh, that's
The
not bad.
campground itself is
There's a campground down there?
Yeah.
post 2.
So I'm assuming that's what the tow truck went to go pull somebody out?
When they went to go pull someone out of the creek.
Yeah, it's not a campground, it's just a free-for-all.
Oh, I know. It's like boondocking line. Do you guys tell people like when the tide's coming in and out?
Yeah, we usually post it. I would say it was like...
Because we've done the one down in Texas where they tell you when you come in the gate. They say, hey, here's where you need to park and all this so you don't get washed away. And
Yeah, we kind of recommend where to park.
tell you to park.
That's good.
That's pretty neat. How far down can you go?
You can go to on the map. They'll show you.
Okay.
6
Okay.
is so that's about like 5.5 miles.
Okay. So I bet the summer it's pretty crowded, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely recommend making reservations.
Oh, you can make reservations
Yeah.
for on the beach?
Yeah, so it's on Missouri, California. That way I give you.
Yeah.
Back, you can do day off 6 months in advance.
Oh, okay. Thank you. There you go. You can actually camp on the beach here. You can actually go on their website, California, and we'll talk a little bit about that maybe later. And but it's $10 a day, and you can camp on. It's boondocking. But I mean, we want to do this. We're going to show you that when we go down to Galveston in Texas. They've actually got some areas there you can actually stay for free on the beach, and you can stay up to like 14 days and all that. I don't know. They probably have a day limit here too, but pretty exciting. So. Yeah. So you could have the trailer out there, you could be sitting out there on the back deck, and we could be watching the tsunami coming in. So it ends up being that the guy that got stuck was trying to go through a creek that's back there, and he's pulling him out. So they're not pulling any RVs out. But hey,
It's kind of warm.
kind of warm. Yeah, because somebody's got their freaking winter coat on.
Well, it's cold. Well, it was.
It's like
the sun's coming
59 degrees.
out. It's what?
59 degrees.
Well,
And there's some people, somebody wrote me the other day and said it was minus something in not Minnesota, but in New Jersey or someplace. Somebody said it was like minus 20 or maybe it was 20 degrees. I don't know. They put a comment on there and said it was cold. So tell us where you were at and what the temperature is today. Today we're going to get into like the low 60s. So she's going to have to bundle up still. Oh, taking her clothes off.
just my coat.
Oh, sorry. So we're here at the Tsunami. We still got 96. Holy smokes! We appreciate all you guys hanging around
Yep.
and
Saturday morning, they'll be
checking it
good
out.
for you.
Yeah, football games don't
Happy
start till
Martin Luther King birthday, or
yeah,
whatever
Martin
it
Luther
is.
King Day is Monday.
Monday.
And so yep.
Oh, there's another guy out there. Up.
Oh, flip the camera around. Can we get him in before he falls down? Nope. Did he fall? No, he's
No,
still
he's
going.
there.
There he is, surfing. Surfing the tsunami waves. Where else would you see that at other than in California?
Well,
He's-
you can't be afraid because they say the riptide and the undercurrents are so
Whoop,
bad.
he's down.
Yep.
We'll zoom back out. Let's see what else we got for comments here. Started the day at 5 near New York.
The expected breeze.
Hard to.
I should have brought
Oops.
my glasses. I didn't. Oh, we got a super chat. Did you see that?
No, I can't see anything. Somebody gave us a super chat. We
Yeah,
appreciate that.
well.
She's pulling that up to see who it is.
Mark Bass.
Mark Bass, we want to
If
thank
tsunami
you.
comes in right now, which way would you run? That way.
Yeah, away from the water.
Well, I don't know. If it's a big one, I guess I'd just run into it. Because there ain't no
Yeah,
way you're
if
gonna
it's that
outrun
big, we
it.
might as well just sit down here along the bank here
And pray.
and let it come on. Hold hands and that'll be it. Go out in a splash.
A big splash.
You only live once.
That's right. 46 in Georgia, Budman says.
Holy smoke, that's cold.
-9 in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, I guess. MN. Started at -5 in New York.
Said the Hilton Head's going to be 61 in Hilton Head. That's not bad. That's about what we're going to be here. Anybody in Florida watching? 19 degrees in Pennsylvania.
56 in Hilton Head. Okay, you just said that. 0 in central Minnesota. It was
That's
minus
cold.
19 at 8.
That's
Oh,
cold.
it's warming up, I guess.
I think it's that's what's funny when we first moved here to California. Now, we haven't lived in California for 3 years, but we lived in California for 17 years. When we first came here, we came from Illinois. So, we were used to the freezing temperatures and stuff. And, it'd be like 50 degrees and we'd be out here running. Well, actually, the first 2 years I lived here, I wore shorts every day.
Never wore pants.
Yeah. And people would be out here and they'd be all bundled up. They'd have their scarves on and their hood. And it's like 55 degrees. And it's like, are you people on crack or what?
If it was 50 degrees in the winter back home, you'd be outside barbecuing.
They'd be warming their cars up in their garage. That's what they open the garage door and they start the car and let it run in the garage. There you go.
Well, I knew I had caved in a few years later. I was coming from Corona and I was all bundled up. I had the heater on full blast. I had a coat and a scarf and gloves and a hat. And I'm driving and they said, it is a brisk 56 degrees this morning. I thought, oh my gosh, I've turned into one of them.
So yeah, so that can happen, and I'm still not too bad. I could have done without a jacket. I don't have no shorts on the day. We didn't bring any shorts on this trip because we knew it wasn't going to be super warm here on the coast. We've actually had out here in the West Coast here, the weather, we were warm about a week or two ago. We were in the 70s. But other than that, we've not been real warm. Florida's been getting a good weather. They've been up in the 80s and stuff down there.
So Tom wrote, aim Harley toward east, away from Pacific Ocean. Once big wave is spotted, start Harley and accelerate rapidly. We didn't bring the Harley.
No, we didn't bring it on this trip. I had to change that water pump. Didn't really. Some of you might have caught that if you were on the Patreon. We talked a little bit of yesterday or the other day on the live that we did on Wednesday. Water pump broke on my Harley. It broke. Ended up being my biker bar came loose. The lock that holds it on didn't lock it down. I first thought it's because I didn't have the handlebars totally straight. I couldn't get it straightened back up after I got it in there, and I thought that's what made it slip down. But after actually getting ready to put the biker bar back in, and it's on the floor in the garage. I was going to kick it out of the way, and it came out of that side, and I'm like, okay, now what's wrong? So I banged it back in, and it's like it won't lock down. So I actually had to pull it up. So we bought that actually from Biker Bar probably 3 or 4 years ago.
No, 2019.
We bought it, and talking to Rick Rack about it. I don't know if he can do anything for us or not. I don't know. Haven't figured out what to do with it. I sprayed it all down with some
WD-40?
No, that stuff I always get. That
Grease
rust,
lightning?
No,
White grease?
that rust buster thing that I have. I can't think of what that's called. I don't know.
Well, he's got one that he lubes the trailer ball up with.
That's white grease. That's white lithium grease. No, not white lightning. It's white grease. White lightning. She thinks she's on Saturday Night Live, or not Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Fever.
Grease.
Oh yeah, grease.
White lightning.
You're gonna lose your keys.
Yeah, I was fixing it there. So people still we got comments. I've heard a new Harley go by. What? I can't see what he said about new Harley. But yes.
We heard a few Harleys go by the house this morning. No, Budman did. I think he's in North Carolina. I think.
But yeah, we've seen a bunch of bikes. California, you can pretty much ride year round. And even though it was a little cooler yesterday, it was like in the mid 60s. Hit it like 71 in certain areas here. A lot of guys were riding. Here you can pretty much ride year round. And you got the gear and you bring it all out, and we've done all that. People are starting to fade away from here.
Well, I'm hoping they're going to make them.
Tsunami. Somebody just want to know what the heck's going on with the tsunami. Well, what's happened now is there's been a volcano out in the Pacific Ocean that erupted. You need to go to your internet and Google that, because that thing looked like an atomic bomb blew up. And that's what happened. I don't know what time it happened. The waves were supposed to happen early in the morning, because they said it was supposed to hit San Jose, California, which is about 125, 150 miles from where we're at. Oh, Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, about 150 miles from us, around 7:30 this morning. And I was out here at 8, and there was nothing going on. They had high tide. They had the beach closed down because you couldn't drive on it, and that was kind of the extent of it. So I went back. I was downloading some videos. We did some videos while we were out here. Went and visited the dealer. Got a bunch of neat stuff going to be coming up. Got an exhaust vendor we're going to be talking to, a manufacturer we're going to be talking to next week. And
I said, now who's beating around the bush? Get to the point of your story.
Somebody wanted to know what was going on. So we downloaded all those videos, came back out, and I seen the sign flashing on the front of the building here that said Tsunami Warning. Well, about that time, Cam says, hey, there's a tsunami warning going on. Well, at that time, it showed it on the TV and said that all the beaches, it was supposed to only be northern California, but now it sounds like all of California, they've closed the beaches down due to the tsunami warning. I don't think we're going to see anything here. A couple people said that they've seen on the news that a few places have been hit and some walls have been knocked down.
Well, they said it's flooding in Santa Cruz too. Flooding, somebody said.
So, yeah. But some of the areas are lower than others. Like we used to live down by Orange County, California, and Seal Beach is below sea level, and it floods all the time. So that's pretty common. Here, I think we're like at 25 feet above sea level. So, maybe
Charlie Grace, we want to welcome him. He said he's new to our channel.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome you to come. Appreciate everybody that subscribes to our channel. You know, that's how, what we do different from everybody else is we don't really have any sponsors on our channel. Nobody pays us. I don't get any money from, you know, people out here selling parts all day long, and they tell you how great these parts are they're putting on their motorcycle or whatever they buy, and they're being paid to say what they're saying. So we're different from everybody else because right now we don't take any money from any vendors. You know, maybe someday it might change, but at this point we rely on you guys to watch our channel, subscribe, give us the thumbs up, put in a good comment, all that good stuff. Those are good ways to, I killed myself in a hole there. And a good way to help support our channel, and that's what gets us across the United States to go to all these different rallies. We've actually been to 15 motorcycle rallies in 2021, all across the United States and also into Mexico. So you can check that out in all of our videos that we have on there. We also got some playlists. Sturgis is always the biggest. I think I got like 54 videos in Sturgis for last year. So it's pretty neat. Show you a lot of neat things to do, fun things to do.
They said there's a huge tsunami warning in Japan, prefecture, Japan. So it must be going both directions.
Yeah. Well, of course it would go both directions. But yeah, if you get a chance, go on the internet and check that out. You might be able to see if you got any stations. Might go to the Weather Channel. They might have something going on if you got cable and stuff like that. But not a whole lot going on here. This is pretty much, when I got up this morning, came out here, this is about what it looked like when I walked up. Now the tide, or the tsunami water level, has gone back out. Now, somebody else said once it goes out like that's when the big one comes in. But I don't think they're giving any type of warnings. And we got the park rangers are all out here, and they've made everybody we got a whole bunch of vehicles. Let me flip this around. Yep. Whole bunch of vehicles that are blocking.
Pismo Beach, California.
That is blocking us in. We can't get out. We're on the left side over there. There. If you look way up there, there's a little blue building you can see over that white trailer. That is where we're at. Can't get out because these guys blocked us in. Somebody wants to know where we're at. This is where we're at. Actually, State Park. You can camp on here. $10 a night. Call ahead. Make a reservation. No utilities. A little bit bigger waves coming in there, but nothing bigger than we've seen all day since we've been here. So a lot of people just stand around watching because basically we can't go anywhere. Here's all the workers that we're going to bring in all those quads to rent at $90 an hour for a quad and $290 an hour to rent a side-by-side. Welcome to America. That's the main transportation around here. Bicycles. Look, green hair. Green hair and ham. Oh. Sam I am. So not a whole lot of excitement going on. For those of you that just kind of came in, we were going to go live today, which I don't know if we're still going to do it or not, and talk about, we called a bunch of campgrounds yesterday in Sturgis and found out what's booked, what's not, what's available. Got a big announcement on one campground, and see if we get to that today. If not, maybe it'll be saved till Wednesday. I don't know. We're going to do another live on Wednesday. Right now we're going to start doing lives on Wednesday to tell you all the excitement that's going on, things that we got planned, latest updates on any of the rallies that are going on. If you're thinking about going to Daytona, and if you're going to go on a camper, looks like it's pretty much sold out. Probably bring a tent and stay. Your next bet is start looking for a hotel. But most of the campgrounds we're hearing are booked up. So, if you're in Daytona and you've contacted a place that's available, let us know here, and that way people know. Or email us if you are one of those campgrounds that have anything available. And anybody that's out there that are in any of the campgrounds throughout all the rallies, you can always contact us through email. It's bobandtams@yahoo.com, and tell us what you got available, and we'll add you to our live if we do it today or on Wednesday, depending on when we go talk about our lives. So behind us is the Tsunami Warning. We're actually on the west coast of California. We're actually right next to Pismo Beach, California. We're about 3 miles outside of Pismo here, heading south. And so it's pretty exciting. Never really dealt with one before. Don't have a whole lot of them here in California. Cam says we were involved in one about 12 years ago, up in northern, up by the Oregon border. There was one.
This time of year, it was January.
Was it?
Yeah, that's when we picked up
And,
Jack, January 9th.
So we didn't. They just had the warnings out. But what was funny was the road we were driving on was the Tsunami exit road.
Evacuation.
Yeah, evacuation route for Tsunami, and it was like, that's weird. And we didn't know nothing about it. And well, something else happened because remember, there's a lot of people had power out and everything.
Yeah.
There was something else that happened during that same time. So I don't know.
I just know they almost didn't let you in.
Yeah.
To the Kmart.
And, but yeah, we had to get a dog cage.
So they said that currently the traffic in Tonga in Japan is interrupted. So it'd be nice if there was information from local amateur radios. So I guess they can't get much information there in Japan about what's going on or how big the waves are going to be.
Where's my buddy Art? Get on your
ham radio
and find out what the heck is going on over there in Japan. I don't know if he can speak Japanese though. You can try. Never know.
Yeah, you should go look on Google. Google's got everything.
Well, he said the guy said there was no information. You can look it around.
Well,
So, Cam's answering comments.
Yeah, I'm trying to, or at least.
So if you guys got any questions, concerns, why are we standing around here? Well,
We can't get out.
We can't get out. We are blocked in by all these people that rent out quads and side-by-sides and all this stuff to ride up and down the beach.
RVers trying to get into the beach.
Yeah. So we cannot get out of where we are. We are trapped. And I don't have a very good tripod here. My holder is missing. It's either at home or it's in a bag and I can't find it. So, Twitter has a lot of the latest info. There you go. Go to Twitter. Somebody tell us what's going on. What's going on? We started. There's the horses again. We got a Twitter account now, but we haven't done anything yet.
Not Twitter, TikTok.
Oh, it's TikTok. Sorry. We got a TikTok account now. It's Bob and Tams, and with an S. And
Czech Republic. Somebody's watching. Yeah, no bad.
There's a vehicle. That's another
Weekend-
towing company. That's
RV
the guy, the towing company that little pickup truck that just drove by. If you were earlier, there was a big old giant military-style tow truck that was owned by that company, and somebody got. There's a creek down here. Probably not a creek. It's probably the water that runs in from the ocean. Somebody got stuck in it, and so they brought in. I don't know what they.
Big dog.
Yeah, brought this big giant tow truck in, and we videotaped that. So we're hoping to see it come out, and we put it on here.
So Tiger Run.
So what's going on? We are in the middle of a tsunami here in California, and we are trapped where we're at. We can't get out. We could run, but we ain't running anywhere. No, the way the water is here, before we get up to like the 101, we got to get up a hill, and it's probably, I don't know, 5 or 8 mile run. We probably wouldn't make it anyway. So we're trapped where we're at, and they've told all the drivers here they're supposed to stay around their trucks, so in case there is an emergency, they've got to get the heck out of the way. I thought they were going to make a move.
I thought so too.
They said,
They're
looked like
blocking
they were going to keep the beach closed indefinitely at this moment. So I don't know why they're all sitting around. But I mean, it's a major holiday for them. Not a big holiday, but I mean, it's Martin Luther King weekend. And they probably figure there's going to be a ton of people come down here and rent those things and ride around, and they make a big money. And now they're all standing around twiddling their thumbs. And that's it. So behind us is the Pacific Ocean. And we're looking for a tsunami. The waves came up really far, close. The sand actually is wet all the way up to...
Close to the road here.
So the waves came all the way up to right here. Right there's wet. That's wet sand. And then the road is right there where she's sitting on that rock. So, yeah, there's even some that water got up on the road here. Waves splashed on that rock probably. And let me turn the camera around. I won't have to try to aim it. So the water splashed up to there. To these rocks. And there's where the water's at now. But this is kind of on this side of the rocks, it's kind of a lower area where like rainwater and stuff can run in off the roads into the ocean. That's what California is real good about. They don't have any water here. They're all talking about they don't have any water. They let 99.9% of their water run in the ocean every time it rains. And so that's what we know. So what are we waiting for? Tsunami action. Birds are still all hanging around. Some people walking up and down the beach. This is a big clam area. They actually had some clam warnings out, which I'm assuming that to watch from stepping on them. Got a marine layer. That's what kind of the foggy area looks like here. They call that marine layer out here in California. Seagulls are out there finding all that good food that washed up. But that's about it. All the excitement here in Pismo Beach, California. You can see the line of vehicles. Most of those are people. The first one is a guy that's brought his own vehicles out, but the other ones are trailers that they rent out, quads and side-by-sides, and it's pretty much what all these guys are. They all work for these companies that rent these things out, and you're looking anywhere from $90 an hour to $290 an hour to rent these things. Outrageous. I can't believe people spend that much money to rent this stuff. But you can camp on this beach. It's only $10, and to come in here and ride on the beach, you can drive your car. They recommend a four-wheel drive, but we've seen everything out here. $10 all day. You can come out here and no, it's $5. $5 all day to come on the beach and drive your vehicle and picnic or whatever you want to do. So it's kind of neat. And they got some warnings up there. It's Pismo Clam Alert. Drive on dry sand, 4x4 is recommended. So I guess that's why they went you on the dry sand, because of the clams. So that's the excitement that's going on. A lot of people watching. Not as many here that was earlier today. Tam's answering your comments. She's sitting over there on that rock next to the sign, checking out what's going on. So appreciate all you guys coming out today and seeing what's going on here in Southern California with the tsunami warnings that are going on. We don't have any destruction going on here. Some of you have actually come on and said that there's been some seawalls and stuff like that that have been washed down. Somebody said there was some flooding in one of the areas up north. So so things. Was a seagull? That was fast. He's almost like a bomber there. So not a whole lot going on. There's all the vehicles that have us trapped in. So I don't know what they're doing. So if we wanted to go anywhere, if we had anything to do this morning, we would have never been able to get out. They've been sitting at the gate there since about 6:30 this morning. They started lining up and had no idea that they were going to close the beach down. And there was one of the park trucks coming through. So they have a lot of rangers out here. They have the local police are out here. Another guy out there, way out there, surfing. Something way out there. And it's gone now. I don't know if that was a whale or a shark or what the heck that was way out there. The guy bobbing around out there, if you got a big TV, is a surfer. If he starts surfing, we'll zoom in on him. We caught a couple of guys surfing. There was a whole bunch of them out here this morning. They all left. There's a parking lot here you can park in at this one for free, because there's a spot. This guy on a Harley. Come down and check it out. See what's going on.
Somebody says they got family in Santa Cruz, and they said it's complete pandemonium up there right now.
Why?
Because of the tsunami warnings. I guess people are freaking out. So I don't know. Unless this works up there.
Too close to San Francisco.
It's always crazy up there.
That's right. They're already hitting the high roads. So, I don't know. I'm assuming we're waiting for the Parks Department or somebody like that.
Somebody said there's bodies floating down the streets in Santa Cruz.
There you go.
I don't know if that's true or not. Kevin said
That's
that.
probably the homeless people. Homeless people there. You got a lot of them living up that way. You got a lot of homeless people living here too.
There are.
A lot more than I've seen in a long time. What? You're done? You haven't done having fun? Got 100 people on. That's the most I've had so far.
Yep.
We're here about the tsunami going on.
Take care and the high ground, Tom says.
We're as high as we can go here. It's a little lower down there.
Somebody from Missouri, Don Foster.
There you go.
About that.
We used to live in Missouri.
Washington and Marthasville. Everybody knows where Marthasville is. I think when we lived there, it was a population of 603, I think. We made it 608, I guess. No.
Illinois here. Somebody from Illinois. Used to live in Southern Illinois. Bayville. 101 now. Holy smokes. Gaining more. Watching from British Columbia.
Yep.
Oh, somebody said they've seen 104 likes.
No.
104 here now.
Yeah, don't
94
forget to give
likes.
us likes.
Yeah, don't forget to give us that thumbs up. We appreciate you guys giving us that thumbs up. Watching our channel, seeing what's going on, seeing this tsunami going on. All the excitement of a tsunami. But
It says no matter what the day, Tam's always looking great.
what?
Washington, Tiger Run says Washington. Washington, Missouri.
What?
London, somebody's on from London.
Yep. Look at this. I don't want to stare at him.
Grandpa dude's on there. We met him. Yeah, it's on the reflex, I guess.
So we've got, we actually got some Japanese people that came out to see the tsunami.
They made me get off my rock. No, they didn't.
Isn't that
I think they wanted to take a picture next to the rock. They're all dressed in camo. They all look alike.
They're hiding from the tsunami. So maybe they've never seen one.
It all says Texas.
There you go, Texas.
Looks like Pismo area. Yes, that's where we are.
Yep, we're in Pismo Beach area.
Mike says hi from Missouri.
There you go.
And the Missourian.
How cold is it in Missouri right now? Somebody said there was snow back in Illinois the other day. They said it was supposed to snow.
Another couple feet or whatever today.
Don't miss that snow.
No, but you never can tell. They'll tell you it's going to be 10 feet of snow and you get a slow flurry, and then they'll tell you it's going to be a flurry and you'll get 10 feet of snow. Yeah, I can never predict it. But I said, how would you like to have a job as a meteorologist? Never be right and still get paid.
I always say I could come outside and predict the weather probably about as good as they can. I'm going to say that there's no major tsunami going to hit our beach here. We'll see if I'm right. There's some more people coming up.
With some doggies.
Oops. Turn it around. There you
Here
go.
it goes.
Gotta stay on this side of the street. They got music playing on that side.
I don't know what that says.
Everybody out for a walk.
Famous last words.
So this is what's got us trapped into where we can't leave today until they move all these folks out. And most of these are all rentals that you can come down here and rent. They get 90 bucks an hour for the small ones and like $2.90 for the big ones per hour. Ain't that a deal? I think I'll bring my some of our little quads down and rent them out. Make some money.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea if they'll open the beach today. At this point, they said it's indefinitely closed. So, I don't know. I don't know why they just don't make them all get out. Go stand someplace till the beach opens. Because everybody that's in any of these places, other than there, is the only way there's a way out, but doesn't go through any of these back places. So you're trapped. Trapped. So what's going on? We're in Pismo Beach, California, and they have tsunami warnings out now. I believe the whole coast of California, they've closed all the beaches until further notice. And where we're at, it's Martin Luther King weekend. A lot of people are off on Monday, so they're coming out here today and wanting to get on the beach and do some four-wheeling and do all that kind of fun stuff. And that's where we're at. Just another exciting day. So we're stuck here in the tsunami. So this is our driveway here. There's the truck. There's where we're staying in. And here's how you get out. We don't. And so we're stuck here to whatever happens. We got our one. We got a gate in the back. Or not a gate. We got a fence that can't get you out. So we're totally trapped here until I don't know when. She's on the phone, I think, with the kids trying to figure out why we're still here. We can't get out.
What happens if the waves come up? I said, I guess we'll just sit down and say, here it comes.
Comes the big one. So yeah, so pretty exciting. Hey, we got 134 people on. We appreciate you. What's going on here? We're at Pismo Beach, and there is tsunami warnings going out. Not a whole lot really going on here in the Pismo area. The waves kind of came up onto the street. If you watch the video, go back a few minutes. you'll see where I marked that at. I was out here at 8 a.m. this morning. They were basically saying that there was a high waves, that the tide was in, and they weren't allowing people to go out onto the beach. So that was the main thing. Well, I came in to edit, and when we were sitting in there, we heard there were tsunami warnings in California. So we looked out the window, and there's a lighted sign down there. For some reason, the phone will not pick that up. And it said, tsunami warnings, beach closed. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Then we seen the video. If you haven't seen that video, go onto YouTube, or not YouTube, but go onto Google and type in tsunami volcano explosion today in the Pacific Ocean. This thing looked like a neutron. Looks like I see a few bigger waves coming up there now. But don't hear any real warnings. I've had a few people come on here say San Jose has got some flooding there. It depends on what city you are here in California. Some of the cities that are along the coast are actually below sea level. So when the waves come in, it's very easy. We used to live in Southern California. It was Seal Beach. Seal Beach was a beach that anytime there was big waves, the town flooded. So here we're up a little higher. I think we're like 25 feet above sea level here. So there's no water really coming in here yet. But we'll have to just wait and see. I don't know how long. If anybody sees that on TV, what the warning is for how long it's going to be, the warning's supposed to be today. I hear now that Japan, I guess, is getting some warnings there. And so, here somebody said they were east of Fuji. Are you expecting a tsunami down there in Fuji? Tonga. Not quite sure if I pronounced it right. Put a comment up there. Tam's in the back. She's actually talking to one of the daughters. Wants to know why we're not getting out of the area. Can't, because all these vehicles are blocking us in. So we're kind of screwed. So should have something to eat today. So hopefully some of these restaurants will open. And I think we've got a little bit of ham left, but don't know. They tell you anything about when they think it's going to let you guys on?
They haven't. They're always pushing an hour away.
Yeah.
So
no, I don't know. I heard them say once they made everybody get back in their cars, and I thought they were going to make all you guys turn around, because we heard somebody say the beach is closed indefinitely until further notice.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it went down already. So
yeah, I see the water go down.
Yeah.
Some people say that's a bad sign. When it goes down,
yeah.
That's when the wave comes in. So right now they're not being told anything to move their vehicles. They're selling food over here. Already got the stand going. So they got a barbecue pit going on over there. There's somebody that might have been out there in the sand, getting back in. The Harley wasn't in the sand. He parked over there. Probably came down here to see what was going on. So these guys are all rental companies. Probably this guy here in the white truck's not. White van, white trailer, brown truck. He probably is here for the day. So normally they open up here. I think it's 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. They open up, and for $5 you can get on the beach. Got a flat tire. So here, for those of you that came in, got a pretty good crowd now watching. We'll show you the waves that are coming in right now, and we'll see where the water is at, if it's come up any higher. So, a few people out here still watching. We are in Pismo Beach, California. Pismo Beach is the town. We're at this Oceano Dunes is the actual beach area that we're at. So this is where you're looking at for the tsunami. Actually, I think they've got warnings all the way up and down the coast of California today. We're hearing some flooding up in San Jose. Here we're a little bit above sea level. So it's kind of, actually the water's going out farther now. So a little bigger waves than normal. Nah, we can't run. We're trapped. Looks like they're cleaning up the beach area here a little bit. We didn't really have any sand coming, so I don't know where they're going to do some plowing at. Supposed to be a car that was stuck down. There was a big military truck came in earlier. Look at that. Now there's a tractor. Tractor with treads. So yeah, they're out here in full force today. They've got all the parks rangers are out here. We have a lot of police officers that are in the area driving up and down the beach. So we're assuming that we're fairly safe. They said that there's a siren that they give you a 5-second warning. Maybe, I don't know, they didn't say. But there's a siren that they'll blow for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you have to tune to your radio to hear any of the latest info. But right now, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. I can see as far as I can see in the ocean out there. I don't see nothing crazy out there. We're a little bit in a cove. There's some rocks over there, if you can see. The land jets out. That's up there. There would be that would be Pismo Beach. Maybe Pismo Beach is to the right here. It's probably not that far over. So I think we're about 200 miles south of San Francisco is where we're at. Pismo Beach. We're about 2 miles outside of Pismo Beach right now, south of Pismo. So that's what we're looking at today. We're looking at the tsunami warning that they have here. I hear that now they've issued tsunami warnings for Japan. I'm not sure where in the Pacific Ocean, if we're closer. I would imagine the tsunami would have, the volcano was closer to us than it was to Japan. If they just are giving them warnings, and we've had warnings since, supposed to hit us like 7:30 this morning up in San Jose, but I think they were off on their timing of predictions, because we really didn't hear anything until just here lately that they're getting flooding and stuff up there. So the water's gone down a lot since, so we had high tide this morning. So high tide, I was down here and the water was probably a little farther up than where it was now. But you can see during this tsunami warning, the water actually came all the way up into where those people are standing at. It's a wet area there and here. So we did have some waves crashing up here a little closer. Down there on the beach, that's all dry down there. Those people are walking and stuff. So that's what we're looking at today. The latest on the Tsunami News Report. Giving you all the up-to-date information right here in, I can't really say we're in Southern California. I guess we're in the middle of California. Maybe a little more north than south, I guess now. Is it over? We don't know if it's over or not. They've actually still got the beaches closed. So I would say at this point, the tsunami warning for California is not over yet. But to what I see, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot more going on here in Pismo Beach. That's the town we're in, and we're in that beach. It's Ocean with an O. Ocean O. Ocean O. Poons. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing it right. You got some crazy dogs there with sunglasses on. Everybody's yelling at them. So, we're ready to do some sand riding, I guess. I don't know. So, here's what's going on. So, let me walk back to where we're at. And all these guys standing around are the guys that have the rentals, that have nothing better to do than stand here and wait to try to get on the beach for the rentals. So we still getting paid by the hour to be here?
That's right.
All right, so it's a good day.
Yeah, every day's a good day.
So, they're all just having a good old time here, waiting for, normally they come out here, they drop off the trailers, and then they rent their quads. There's a dog in the truck. He's steadying ahead of him. So, I don't know what they'll do. I don't know how long these guys will sit. I assume these guys working by the hour will sit here until whatever. I guess they're being paid by the hour to get those vehicles out on the beach. So out here you can actually, for $5, you can get a day pass and ride on the beach all day. And for $10, you can stay overnight, but you have to get, it's best to get a reservation. Down in Galveston, you don't have to get reservations to go on the beach down there to camp. So here they said you have to, because I guess so many people, they must limit how many get on. So pretty exciting. So today's all about tsunamis in California. If you go back and watch the beginning of the video, you can see how high the waves were. We got some surfers out there today that were out there riding those big waves. Got to talk to some of them afterwards. Said it was a little bit of a challenge, but it was a fun day. They really enjoyed. They didn't stay out too awful long. So that's pretty exciting. So that's the excitement of tsunamis. So all these guys are waiting to get in. The line is as far, I have no idea how far that line goes. But what's going on?
Tell me what's going on. So I don't see that one.
Tell
I
'em.
just put 'em. There's a volcano erupted out in the Pacific Ocean, and there's Tsunami Advisory warnings all up and down the Pacific coast, and Japan and Hawaii. So we're just trying to keep you guys up to date, and we happen to be here along the Pacific coast, so
We're
letting you
trapped.
know. Yes, we cannot get out. Our daughter called and is freaking out right now.
Which one?
Kimberly.
She watching the live coverage?
No, she stalked us and said, "Oh, I'm sure they won't be on the beach because they'd get away from the beach." She says, I looked and she says, "Oh my gosh, they're on the beach." We were on the beach and she was freaking out. She's the one that lives in Huntington, so she's not very far from the beach either.
Not quite as close as we are, but
No, I told her, I took pictures. I said, we cannot get out. We would leave if we could. We cannot get out. So I'm safe and sound, Kimberly is. Imagine living by a beach. There's a lot of people that's where they live, right
well,
on the
but
beach.
typically here, that we know of, probably in the last 20 years, this might be the second or third time they've ever had a tsunami warning here. So you figure to live on the ocean like that, you know, you look at all the people that live in, Florida. You know, you got all the hurricanes in Texas. You got hurricanes and tornadoes and all this bad weather. You know, there's always something going on just about everywhere. Even in Arizona, we got the heat. You could die from heat stroke out where we're at. But there's always catastrophe someplace going on. That's just part of life. And there's not much we can do until they tell all these vehicles that they have to move out. And they have not done that yet. The ones that I've talked to said they're staying here until the beach opens. And they're hoping soon that the warning will go away. If anybody sees, Google it. See what California is recommending for the warning. Are they putting, like we have high wind warnings today till 3 o'clock. So are they giving warnings out saying at definite time that it's going to be safe, that nothing's going to happen? We're not Googling anything right now because I'm doing this. So pretty exciting. We're right in the middle of a tsunami warning. I don't know if they've seen any big waves. You guys are on the TVs and the internet more than we are because we're doing this right now. If they're predicting anything, we've had a few people from San Jose say there's some flooding going on up there. They've got warnings now for Japan. We've heard that. Other than that, that's about all we know that's going on out here in California. How much you looking for?
Tom wanted to know where the closest Starbucks was. It's up on West Grand, but
West Grand.
I don't know if he's out here or not.
There's a bunch of little shops along here. Place across the street now is open. They got those churros they're selling and some other stuff I've seen over there. They're supposed to have tri-tip sandwiches. They're actually grilling right now. I would have showed you that, but they got music playing. So this is how close we are to the water. This is where we're staying at right here. The water is down there where that guy is standing. That fence there is where I was at just a few minutes ago. Not much going on down there. Just everybody kind of standing around, taking pictures. The waves have been about the same. The tide has gone back out. Actually, it was high this morning, went out, came back up. Now it's back down. It's been down for quite a while. It just keeps going farther and farther out. So I don't think it's a tsunami warning that, the tide always goes in before the big wave comes up. It's probably been at least an hour or more, because yeah, we've been filming for an hour and a half now. So it's been going out for this last hour and a half. We weren't here at the peak. I was actually out here around 8 o'clock. When we started doing this video, it was around 9 o'clock this morning. 8 o'clock this morning, we were just getting, high tide was just going out. And then when the tsunami warning came out, the tide came back in. Now it's going back out. I don't know when they're going to allow them to come on. We are in Pismo Beach, California, and this is the Oceano. It's ocean with an O on the end. Beach. That's where we're at. Oh, there's somebody from Newport Beach. What's going on in Newport? You guys got, your beaches, I guess, are all closed. Is there any action going down there? Newport's a little bit higher up sea level than what we are here. I think here we're about 25 feet above ocean sea level. And some towns are below. It's in Santa Cruz. We've been hearing some flooding stuff going on in Santa Cruz too. Santa Cruz is probably maybe 125 miles from where we are. Let me Google it real quick. Where's my phone? Here it is. Let me pull it out and we'll see what. Distance to Santa Cruz. We are 180 miles from Santa Cruz is where we're at. So we're pretty far away. Not pretty far. I mean, driving says about 2.5 hours. So not too awful far away. I mean, the coast does stick out a little bit more up there than what it does here. California kind of goes inland more as the, but I don't think it would really make a difference here. But it kind of depends on, I guess, how, I didn't look when they showed that volcano. We've only got warnings out. We don't have anything saying that we've got a tsunami due to hit us. It says it's only going, we only have warnings out. So we did have a higher, we had 2 tides come in today within an hour of each other. So the tide came in, went down, started going down, and then the tsunami warnings came and the tide came back up. We've had probably 5 to 6 foot waves of what I would say. I see people were saying up in Santa Cruz it's a foot to 3 foot. That's not much of a wave, a foot to 3 foot. So here I think we've got 5 to 6 foot. We see some guys out there surfing, and they were about as tall as they were. So they were pretty big guys. We actually talked to some of them about their surfing out there. So yeah, pretty exciting. And but we're trapped. All these vehicles, which are rental vehicles for out on the beach, people that were going to come out here today, they've been sitting out here since about 7 a.m. this morning. We're on Pacific time, so right now I think it was like 10:38 or 10 something. 10:40 is California time right now, Pacific Coast time. So these guys have been sitting out here all this time. This guy's got a generator running back there. Most of them, a lot of guys aren't even in their trucks anymore. A lot of them, if you were watching, if you look way up there at the end, a lot of them are all just kind of standing around up there waiting to see what they're going to do. You know, my bet is I don't think they're going to open the beach till maybe late this afternoon, but that's just me guessing. Nobody's told me nothing. Nobody seems to know nothing. I guess, you know, Parks Department, Rangers or whatever, they've got their headquarters got to make the stand. Oh, there's somebody, I guess. I don't know if these guys just came off the beach. So this trailer was on the beach and now it's off. How many trailers still out there?
There's only a motorhome and some other deal by the trash cans. Nobody else.
Was you able to get out on your own? Did you have to hit the record?
By myself. Just one dude helped me freaking dig because I was sitting on the ground.
Jeez.
So I had to get it, you know, dig under the jack, get it up a little bit, put my jacks down, fill it in, and just step it up until I got on the truck. And then it was suction, you know, into the mud. So I had to dig that out.
Well, we seen the big wrecker go out earlier. That big wrecker, like an army wrecker they had went out there. Said somebody got stuck in a creek or something.
Oh, well, yeah, there's something.
Don't forget your trailer port number.
Oh, I'm going down to the farm right now. I'm going to let everything out.
Yeah,
It's wet inside.
So
I
he's.
don't let these squeakers live by the park.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, they can stay there 24 hours a day. So you can see the side of his trailer. The waves hit his trailer, it flooded the whole inside. You see how high the water hit on the back. Yeah, he said the whole inside is. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
So there you go. There's our first person coming out from what's going on here. That's just crazy. His trailer was up there. He looked out the window, he said, and the waves were coming. Hit the side of the trailer, and it just sunk into the sand. It moved it. He said basically he's been working since this morning. I didn't get the time that he said he started. And just him and another guy dug his trailer out, and with his big dually there and four-wheel drive, he got it out on his own. So he said there's still a motorhome back in there. But other than that, that's the only thing that's still left there. They were saying something else got washed away, but I didn't hear what that was. That there was a big wave came in and took out somebody's, I don't know if it's an RV or what. That guy had a picture, but we didn't get to see it. Maybe I'll catch it on the way back. So they did have some big waves hit here earlier. I don't know how early was. I didn't get that guy, but I mean, I imagine it probably was early this morning, or maybe that was at 7:30 time that they were predicting San Jose. It hit here. So looks like the waves are getting bigger again. It's like the water's coming up again. So let's see what's going on. Yep, we got a high tide again. It's coming up again. So yep, it's getting bad here again. Yep, water is coming back up here again. So we're right here in Pismo Beach, California. We're on the Oceano Dunes Recreational Park here, California State Parks. If you were just watching, there was an RV that just got totally flooded, and he's going up the road here to empty out and try to dry his trailer out. It was him and his wife and his granddaughter. They're safe, and but he's seen that wave come and hit his trailer, and it just dug into the sand. And he's been working since probably around 7:30 this morning, digging his trailer out, and he was able to get it out all by himself. And a friend, somebody there helped him get out. So yeah, it's a dangerous thing when you're out here on what's going on. But yes, the water is definitely higher now than it was when I was down here probably about 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago. A lot of people walking up and down the beach, seeing what's going on. But I mean, this is all about tsunami warnings here in California. So I don't think anybody's actually got any tsunamis have been sighted in California. We just have high waves and high tides. So it's not as high as it was. You can see right here how wet it was earlier and where it's at now. It is the wave. We've gotten some waves come up here a lot farther. Back where that water waves are breaking at, that's pretty much where the tide was at probably an hour ago when I was down here. So we're back twice what it was. Not as high as it was earlier, because it was all the way to here. I'd be standing right now in the water, or the waves be hitting that. So where we at? We're in Pismo Beach, California. We just got to see an RV that got flooded. A big wave came in, hit the side of his trailer, and flooded the whole inside of his RV. His truck looked like it was about halfway up in mud, or sand, I'd say. He got it out. he worked it and got it out on his own. He's going to go drive up the road there, and he's going to try to salvage what he can inside his trailer. But we're looking at the waves here. We're on the Pacific coast of California. Let's see what's going on. A lot of guys walking down here. I don't know if they're looking for clams. They got clam warning out right now. This is a big area for clams. Used to be back, I guess, in the 50s and the 60s. Was real big. And sand's really wet. Got some brave staff members there that run out the quads. They're looking for clams or what they're looking for. Yep. So this is just the excitement of what's going on here in California. We woke up this morning. We're planning on doing I was going to do some editing this morning, and then we were going to go out, and this is our last day, full day that we're here. We're heading back a little farther down Southern California towards the Huntington Beach area on Sunday, and we'll be there through the weekend, and then we'll be heading back into Arizona, and we're going to be getting ready. We for those that are new and never been to our channel, we follow motorcycle rallies. We are a motorcycle rally channel. Motorcycles, we talk about RVing, show you great places to do. Went to 15 motorcycle rallies. Pauline there from the UK, appreciate that. I got somebody from Scotland hanging in. Jared, I appreciate you subscribing to our channel. I got a good crowd today. Got 397. This is best live. Got somebody, I don't know if I can get my translation in. Nope, I can't get my translation in. Looks like somebody maybe from China or Japanese, Japan or China just commented. I can't see what that is. So Tam's doing the, she's back at where we're staying at. She's answering the comments. Looks like we got somebody from South Dakota there. Amy, South Dakota. How close are you to Sturgis? I know we all talk about Sturgis. There's a couple other towns in South Dakota other than Sturgis. Sioux Falls and Rapid City. And all them other great towns. Deadwood. And, yep. Sturgis is a lot of fun there, Duck. We got a bunch of videos. We're already talking about some of the great places to camp. We were actually going to do that today. A review on, we did a bunch of phone calls yesterday on campgrounds in Sturgis, and we're going to give you some updates. We got a major announcement about one of the campgrounds. So hopefully, dusk. It's dusk. I can't see. It's tinted out. Yorkshire, Dales, UK. Thanks, Cal. And Tam's commenting. There's Idaho's in the house. Well, we figure if the tsunami is going to come, it's where we're at, it's not worth running. We probably just sit down and let the waves hit us and end it at that. Got to go someday, and hopefully the tsunami's not the one that's going to take us out today. But the waves, I know what you're saying. But I mean, I can see all the way, I can see a long way out. I'm looking 10 miles out that you can see out there in the water, and I don't see anything high coming. Thanks, Rex, for checking out our channel. We're not hearing anything for updates here. I believe here all we've got is warnings going on. I don't think we've got any that they're predicting a tsunami. I think all we're getting along the coast of California is some high waves and some flooding, because this has been going up and down. It's going back out again now. We had a high tide earlier this morning, and it went out. And it came back up, came all the way up to where you see all this wetness at. And then by the time I was down here at 8 o'clock this morning. We didn't know nothing about a tsunami at 8 o'clock this morning. And then came down here, I filmed that, which it's on another video that we'll put up later. And then went back, I started doing some editing for some videos we did yesterday. And I came back, and Tam says, hey, there's tsunami warnings out. Well, I looked out the window, and we have a little lighted billboard here, which will not pick up on my phone for some reason. And it said, Tsunami Warning, beach closed. And we're like, what the heck's going on? Let's get the live and let's go. Yeah, water's still receding, but I mean, it's not a drastic receding. There's San Diego. Hey, have you heard anything down there in San Diego about what's going on? Have you got anything, any high tides down there? Hi from Ireland. Appreciate you guys being on. We ain't got no hills close to where we're at, so we can't run. We are actually trapped here. We are all lined up by all these commercial vehicles and people that want to come on the beach. You can ride four-wheelers down here. They got some dunes you can ride on, and we can't get out of here because of that. So we're trapped. We're not in line. We're actually staying over here. We got a beach condo, and we're staying on that, and we can't get out. We're trapped. And it's not worth walking. It's about 3 or 4 miles to get to anything decent here. So we're just sitting here waiting to see. Hi from Massachusetts. We appreciate you being on. There's San Clemente's here. Oh, I used to live in San Clemente. Should put on your wetsuit just in case you have to go swimming. There's guys out here surfing earlier. Nobody out there now. The waves are a little smaller now than we had earlier. Don't run, get the shot. Yeah, we probably will. There's Aurora Grande, which is right down the road. Rex is down here. In Florida now, you know, this ain't much going on compared to Florida. You got all the hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. We're just waiting for a big pool of water to come in. Luckenbach, Texas, in the house. Ohio here. I thought I heard something, and it was his truck going by. I thought I heard a wave coming in. Got some people that have probably been on the beach from last night and coming off. You can camp out here. So we had, if you go back and watch the video, probably 30 minutes ago, we got an RV coming out here that was flooded. Too late to run. Sioux Falls, Sturgis, there you go. That's not too far, Sturgis. Elevation above sea level where I'm at, South Bay, SoCal, 65 feet. So as long as the waves are 40 or 50 feet, they'll be all right. All right, Tom. I think we're about 25 feet is where we're at here. Connecticut's in the house. Just subscribe from Idaho. Appreciate that. We appreciate all you guys subscribing. If you do to our channel, that just helps us pay for what we do. We're actually a retired couple, and we chase motorcycle rallies and follow things going on. And we go live when we find something exciting like this that's going on, and we want to let people know, hey, there's a tsunami warning going on. What the heck? We were sitting in this bungalow down here, and next thing you know, all right, we got somebody else from South Dakota. They're 120 miles from Sturgis. That's not too far. Indiana's in the house. There's another UK. We got a lot of our UK friends and that watch our channel. We got people from Sweden. Here's somebody from Puerto Rico. Hey, how's it going over there? I know they're threatening over there in Japan now with this. No, I did not bring the motorcycle on this trip. We don't have a trailer. Well, we didn't bring the RV. We're staying in a park model here, and our RV is at home, getting ready for our Daytona. And I was gonna get a trailer, but I couldn't find anything. What I wanted to buy was an old U-Haul trailer, the open one. They don't sell those things. And I thought we could get that and pull the bike over, but to rent it, we're here till not this. Next weekend we'll be going back to Arizona on Sunday, a week from tomorrow. So we're not riding. Yeah, I bet you. Oh, it's snowing in Ohio. Yes, that's why we don't live in Illinois anymore. There won't be a tsunami. No, I'm not thinking we're going to get a tsunami here either. I think they're just warnings. But I mean, we did get this trailer got kind of wiped out over here from an RV that was on the beach. They got some pretty good damage. Hi from Moscow. There we go. Somebody from Russia. And thanks for stopping in, checking out what's going on over here in America. Big U.S. Right here on the West Coast. Minnesota stopping in. Spain's in the house. Got some more from Ireland. Shark? Nope, I didn't see any sharks. I did see something in the water earlier, but I couldn't really tell what it was. Don't think it was a shark. Water is not... See over here, the water on the Pacific side is cooler than on the Atlantic side, if I remember right. So I grew up in Rapid City, Deadwood. Now I'm in Arizona now. Used to go back and forth and missing it. Yep. South Dakota is truly God's country. We tried to buy some property and couldn't do it. Here's St. Joseph's, Missouri. We used to live in Washington, Missouri. Santa Cruz has already got hit. I'm hearing that just a lot of flooding, high waves, but I mean, I don't think they actually had a tsunami. Somebody likes turtles. We don't see many turtles along the California coast. I've never seen any. Yeah. Some north from Massachusetts. Somebody likes the turtles. We got some. Why are you on the beach? Because we're trapped here. Behind us, which I'll show in a minute, this beach you can ride four-wheelers on. Down that way. Down that way. You can ride four-wheelers down there. And so all these rental companies get here about 7 o'clock. 7 or 8, they open the beach. Well, it was closed earlier because of high tide. And then they closed it. Oh, is Art on here? There he is. Art, there was some guys out here earlier that was doing surfing. They were probably about our age too. Out here surfing, riding the bigger waves. They said it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. So we're trapped here. Come get us. We can't get out. They've got us all blocked in. Local tide times. The tide is on the drain still. The flood does not start until 3:19 p.m. again. Greetings from the UK. They should have never said warning. It's just an advisory. I don't know why they say. I hear that some people are saying that up in Santa Cruz they're panicking, and nobody here's panicking, that's for sure. Well, see, what the idea of is we're not here to film really what's going on. We are trapped here. Here's what's blocking us in. All those vehicles. They've been here since about 7 this morning, and they're all waiting to get in here on the beach. So we are actually about where you see that Mexican flag at. Probably right in front of that is where we're staying at. There, if you can see that blue roof, one right behind it is where we're staying at. We are trapped. We cannot get out of where we are at. So that's where we are. Look, we got a little dog. And so we're stuck here. So we're not really filming necessarily for breaking news to show you that it's the end of the world here in California. I think what we've got pretty much here is just an advisory. I don't think we're not going to see, I don't think we're going to see a tsunami actually hit California. I think we're seeing is some high flood levels. We're seeing some waves that are going over the wall. Like I say, it was all the way up to here. And this is farther than what high tide was. So we did get some waves that came up here pretty close. There was an RV that was on the beach. They got flooded in a couple of feet. Whoop. Up, I lost and I'm back. And so what we're doing today is we're just trying to give you some good information on what's going on out here in California. We're at Pismo Beach, checking out what's going on. And they say there's still a motor home that's out there camping. Some vehicles are still out there that must have stayed overnight. We heard somebody got washed away, but I don't think there was any deaths or anything like that. But so what we're doing is we're here on the California coast. We're in Pismo Beach, California, at the Oceano Dunes beach area. It's California State beach area that we're at. And just showing you what's going on. Not a whole lot of anything happening here, other than that trailer got flooded out. We got a little bit of video shot of that, got a little bit of him talking, telling us what happened. That's probably about 30 to 45 minutes ago. We got him. Other than that, that's about all that's going on. Got some waves. These are pretty much the same waves we seen yesterday when we were down on the beach in Pismo down at the pier. We were on the pier yesterday, did some filming, and this is about the same size waves we had there. So it's nothing, we're not, nothing grateful, nothing crazy really going on. But hey, if you guys are hanging out, checking out our channel, we appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel, give us that thumbs up, tell us that you like our video. Hey, I'm putting this out for you guys to check out. We've almost done 2 hours here. We've been out here showing you what's going on. The water, well, oh, there goes the motorhome that was in here. I guess he didn't get flooded. So that's the last vehicle RV that was out here on the beach overnight. So here's where the water, somebody want to know how far it was up. So this is before, we had high tide this morning, which was pretty much right down there where you see that foam at. So waves came all the way up this morning after high tide went down, came all the way up to this point, and now we're way out there. So it's come up and down a couple of times, but it's almost, this is almost where the waves were at yesterday when we came down to the beach. But get tired of sitting up there? 1,200 people. Holy Jennifer Jupiter's Batman.
Everybody wants to know about the
All over
tsunami,
the
huh?
world. Yep.
Jeez, it must have really came up here and hit the rocks, huh?
I don't know.
All that sand?
I don't think so. I think somebody probably just cleaned off their shoes or something. So,
No, it's soft.
so that's how far the water was. Should I be worried here in Minnesota? I don't think so. You might get some snow from this. So Eric wants to know, will I say hi back? Yes, hi Eric. And let's see what else on. No worries for the tsunami now. This video will be in the next documentary. Mexico in the house. The Michigan's in the house. Kansas City. I'm buying tsunami insurance here in Kansas. Hey, you never know. One of them tornadoes might bring in that tsunami. You know, they had that shark movie where those sharks were flying around in them tornadoes. Pismo Beach, somebody says it's 56 feet per Google. Could be. I didn't look. Last time I seen said it was 25 feet. So we're actually not in Pismo Beach. We're right next to it. If you look up Ocean O Dunes, we're actually there. I think they actually call where the town we're in is actually Ocean O. I think.
What would go through is Grover Beach right before we get
Yeah, we're right before Grover Beach too, she said. Can you mail something? I don't know what you want to mail. Just subscribe from Moscow. Hey, thanks for watching us from Moscow. Thanks for subscribing. We appreciate all you guys. The water's receding. Yeah, it is. Another one subscribed from Denmark. It looks like DN, Denmark. It's not good that the water is still receding. That's really bad. No, what I hear on a tsunami is the water goes out really quick, and then that's when the big wave comes in. But we can see way out there. I bet you I'm looking 8 to 10 miles out. I can see from where we're at. So I don't think we're getting to the point where this is going to be.
Good idea to jump.
There's an awesome view on the coast. Be careful. Oklahoma's in the house. Get off the beach. We can't get off the beach because we're trapped. These people in all their vehicles have trapped us in. We are over in a bungalow over there, an RV bungalow, cottage, whatever they call that thing, and we cannot get out. We are stuck.
It was 2 to 3 foot size waves.
There you go. That's right now. That's what's out there now. 2 to 3 foot waves. So I don't know why they keep saying it's 2 to 3 foot waves. Oregon, I got a Harley. Watch our channel. Alabama's in the house. That person still really likes turtles. I don't know if we have any turtles that are on the coast of California.
I think they are the turtles.
Oh.
I think the guy, the turtle show.
Oh.
I think that's who that is.
Oh. Maybe. Don't know.
I've seen that too. I think that's who it is. I don't know.
So right now all we've got, well, somebody else said, this should have just been an advisory instead of a warning. Because, like I say, I don't think we're going to see a tsunami like that. It hits Japan and some of these other countries out there. I don't think we're going to see any of that. There's Montreal's in the house. Minus 35. Ow, brrr, that's cold.
Ramblin' Rome's on. Appreciate everybody watching.
Yep, somebody else said they'd rather watch our channel than the propaganda that's on public news. There you go. We're not telling you anything, but you see the truth out here. I have 2010 Electric Glide Ultra Limited. That's nice. Mine is a 2014 CVO Limited. Bought a brand new. My only new Harley I ever bought. The rest of them are always used bikes. And we travel all across the United States, checking out motorcycles. Miguel, thanks for our coverage. We appreciate you watching.
1,800 people.
Yep, there's somebody said we should be playing the Pat Benatar song, Nowhere to Run. Yep, nowhere to hide. Nope, here that's true. If the tsunami came now, there's no way we could ever get off of here. So what would we do? We would just sit here and let it go. Yeah, U-Haul has a shortage of California. Yeah, that's true. But we weren't looking for the U-Haul here in California. We're looking in Arizona. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to buy one of those open trailers. Yeah, they sell the used trucks, but they do not sell any of their trailers. I couldn't even find one somebody had hawked, repainted. They said wind map says there were supposed to be 12-foot waves. Dawn, when did they say that was supposed to happen? We had some bigger waves here, but I would have said they were about 6 to 8 foot when those guys were out surfing earlier. But Toronto in the house. There's somebody vacation in Hawaii. Hey, are you getting any of tsunami alerts out there in Hawaii?
Oh yeah, where's Rudy Bussin'?
Get off the beach. I can't get off the beach, Dawn. We're stuck here. Film the content. We are filming it. Another UK, it says on the beach. What's the temperature here? Let me look at my phone.
57.
57 degrees right now here. Good morning, location. We're in Pismo Beach, California. We're at the Oceano Dunes. We're probably more, there's actually a town that's called Oceano. I'd never seen a sign for it, but they said that's where we're kind of at.
Somebody said it's an all-day event. That's what they said. For the next 12 hours, there'll be surges of waves coming up. But the peak was supposed to be at 7:30. So, yes,
Oops, wrong way. It's back on me.
So, basically, yes, the peak was supposed to be at 7:30. That's come and gone. But they said for the next 12 hours, there could be surges of waves. So, I think the biggest one was supposed to have already came and gone. And the other waves, I don't know, depending on, I guess, the fluctuation of the ocean and what's going on out there.
Did you see the trailer that flooded?
Yeah, I saw you go over there and talk to him. So, and then that motorhome just went by too.
Yeah, that was the other one. That was the only thing that was on there was the motorhome. He said that's all that was left down there was the
He
motorhome.
must have had to, his tires were really flat, so they must have had to lower them.
Well, those guys sitting in the picnic table or the chairs there, they've got a picture of somebody's. I don't know if it's a tent or what that washed out. The wave caught it and took it out.
Hope they weren't in it.
Yep, I've seen that RC car running around. Where's yours at? You need to bring out. Get that one for your grandson. Come on up here and we'll play on the beach with it today. Since we're stuck here.
Well, you could probably go, can you get is the drone?
John's probably charged up by now.
Yeah, you could go out there and get some of the waves out there a little bit.
I don't go too far.
Windy, is it?
I don't know. You don't know up high. Canada says it's cold. There's Albuquerque. Yes, it could have been a lot worse. I definitely would say. I told you the temperature. I'm going to skip way ahead because Tam's way ahead of me here. Let me get way.
If you're watching, please
Hey.
hit the like button.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of comments. We're sorry.
$1.99. Tommy Breeze.
Yep, we do appreciate all of you that were giving us those super chats. We appreciate that to help with our cost. There's somebody in Japan. Hey, what's going on? Are you guys getting warnings out there? South Africa's here.
The first one starts small and the last one ends big with the waves that they said.
Got a lot of comments. We can't leave. South Africa's in the house. Pensacola.
We're the only ones broadcasting it right
Get
now.
the drone out. Yeah, we should get the drone out. But I can't go live on the drone. You'd have to watch that later. I can't do a live on my drone. So that would be something I'd have to edit and put it up.
Northern California. How's it up there, King James?
Yes, you can definitely tell we're from Illinois. Somebody said my worst. At least I'm not like my mom used to always say yeller.
Yeller.
This is Oceano Beach. Actually, it's Oceano Dunes Beach. We're right outside of, right up the water here is Pismo Beach.
Just south of Pismo Beach. What time is it expected?
And,
The peak, I guess, was supposed to be 7:30 this morning.
Yeah, that's what they said. And, they weren't saying anything here on the news at 7:30. I had the TV on, and there was nothing.
Bad video quality. I don't know, mine's okay, so might be where they're at, Victor. Sorry, Victor.
Yeah. Chili's here.
Watching to the end. Why can't you leave the beach?
Because we're trapped here. Here's why we can't leave. See all those vehicles? They're rental companies. There's people that wanted to go on the beach today. Oh, there goes that. The ultimate tractor. So we are trapped. See that blue building down there on the left? That's where we're staying. Actually, the next one behind it. See all these vehicles? We are trapped. We cannot get out of the driveway. And they've been here since 7 o'clock this morning. It goes all the way out onto the road. So that's why we can't leave. We are in Pismo Beach, California at the Oceano Dunes recreational area, part of California State Parks. Yes, that was a fast tractor with those treads on there. Got to see a few things going on. At least we'll have lunch today. They have a tri-tip stand here. They've been cooking out here this morning. So at least we'll have someplace we can eat since we can't get out of here. India's in the house. Hey, we appreciate any of you guys that want to subscribe to our channel. You get to see all about motorcycling in the United States. We follow motorcycle rallies. You can see all the things that happen at our events. Last year we did 15 motorcycle rallies throughout the United States. We also did Mexico, did a rally that they had down in Mexico. That was in November. So we cover all different ones. We're actually leaving in about 30 days. We're going to be heading to Daytona, Florida, because the first week of March, we are going to have Daytona Bike Week. That'll be kicking off the season. And we'll be down there showing you all the great things to do down along the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, down in St. Augustine's and a whole lot of other places. Hopefully the wind's not too bad for me talking. Wind's kicking up and I don't have the mic on for game. We thank you for a super chat there, BK. That all helps out with our expenses that we have traveling around the United States. We are actually a retired couple, and we've been motorcycling our whole life, pretty much most of my life, since I was 14. And we actually came up here. We just got done with all of our motorcycle rallies. We're pretty much on the road all year. We got back late November, right before Thanksgiving, and we decided we wanted to come over to California. We've also got our grandkids live in southern, a little farther down, and we were going to be watching them this weekend, come next weekend, and we'll be checking them all out and watching them. So we thought, hey, let's come up here and spend a few days up here on the beach and have some fun, and it's been really good until today. Can't get out. Had sun all day yesterday. Did some great interviews yesterday. So what happened in Alarm Australia just got hit with a 39-foot wave. I don't know. Google it and see. I don't know. I would Google that and see. Somebody Google that and see if Australia actually got hit by a 39-foot wave. Bob, can you get closer to the water so we can see? Let me get a little closer. I'm not going down to all that wet sand. We'll go a little closer. There's people walking on the beach. Somebody was pulling a wagon down here. Birds are having a harvest feast today. Somebody out there with that RC car over there riding around with the kids. Well, somebody said we're 65 feet above sea level here, so that's not too bad. We could do pretty good. Pretty big wave could hit us and maybe not drowned us. There's that tractor that just went flying by with the treads. There's its tire marks. Some vehicles way down there you can see. So this is about as close as I'm going to get to the water because I can see where the tide is coming in at, and I don't want to go out and get my shoes wet. Only shoes I brought on this trip. We're only planning on being up here about 3 days. Seagulls. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. There's the birds having a feast. So look out there. There's some waves. I always look at animals. You always know, if you really watch the animals, they always have that sixth sense that they know when something bad's going to happen. So if you see them all take off and they're all heading away from the water, I probably should run. And let me go over here, don't make you dizzy. There's some lady with her dog way out there. Not a great move, probably. So we're zoomed in a little bit here on the camera. I think they ended up having these vehicles over here that are coming out now. There goes a Jeep. They were coming out. I think there was an area over there. Zooming the wrong way. An area where it was the road or the beach was washed out, and I think that's why all those tractors and stuff, earth movers, went over there to make a road for them to get out. There's a couple more sitting up there on the shore. I think that one's probably the Ranger up on the hill. One with the lights on. I'm not sure what that is. A lot of birds here. So here's where we're looking at the ocean. The lady with the dog didn't get washed away yet. She's still there. Yes, it's receding. It was, if you look behind me, pretty much where you see that 15 speed limit of 15 miles per hour sign. That's where the water had, the waves have been coming up to there. And we're all the way out here now. So yes, there hasn't been any water come up to where I'm at now. It's out pretty far now. We were out here yesterday. I don't know. It's farther out now than it was yesterday when we were out here, but I don't know when they consider low tide here and what it looks like when it's low tide. It was one of those, that's what it was. It was one of the graders. We're down there with the lights on. That lady made it back with her dog. She didn't get swept away in the waves. So if you're watching our channel, would appreciate you subscribing to our channel. That helps with our numbers with YouTube. If you like our video, give us a thumbs up. That always helps. Comments help too. We appreciate all you that are commenting along the line here. We can't see them all. They're going by so fast that we've never had this many people at one time on our live, which we appreciate. I want to thank you for a super chat. Who was that? Let me put my glasses on. Put my glasses on. Glasses. John, thank you for the super chat. The pier. We don't really have, well, where I'm at now, this isn't a boat ramp. This is where they bring it in for you to come down on the beach. The pier is down where the main city is, where all the restaurants are at. But I don't think anybody drops any boats in here. Well, we haven't seen any. I guess you could fish, but you could fish down here, I guess, put a boat in. But it's not like we've seen, like when we were in Southern California, there's places where you can actually put in, you know, like a fishing boat, things like that. This, I wouldn't really consider this a boat ramp. What happened? Freezing?
Yes, I'm cold. But the sun went back under the clouds. Over 3,000 on now.
I see that. That's crazy.
Huh? We want to thank Jane Lawson and BK. They both gave us a sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys are all enjoying this video because it's cold and it's kind of crazy that there's so many people on. So
this is the most people we've ever seen on one of our lives. So we do appreciate this. Kind of exciting. And we never thought we'd go on crazy like this. If all of you would subscribe today, that would really help out our channel, give us a lot more viewers, and check it out. We do a lot of motorcycle events, especially a lot of you that are from other countries. You can kind of see what goes on here in America. Nothing like a motorcycle rally. You know, we do Sturgis and Daytona and Galveston and Myrtle Beach and Nashville.
they're begging us to get out of here.
Who is?
They're begging. They're just saying, please get out, please run, please leave. Oh,
We
there
can't.
we go. We got another one.
Another one.
That's another super chat.
So here's why we cannot leave. All these vehicles have us blocked in. We are on the left of that. About there where you see that Mexican flag flying at down there, if you can see that. We're parked over to the left. That's where we stayed last night. We've actually been...
We got 2 legs, don't we? We could walk.
Yeah, but ain't no place to walk to. We would have to walk probably... Geez, I don't know how far even to get out to the 101 is from here. Probably have to walk anywhere from 3 to 5 miles just to get to the main road.
If we thought we were threatened, we would walk. But
Well, I think if it came down to them saying, which they said before, they told all these guys that are working here they had to be in their trucks. So I assume they did that. So if they ended up saying, hey, you got to get out of here, all these people could get out of here pretty quick. There's a U-turn here that they can turn around. And then we could get out. And but I mean, I don't know. Right now we don't have any.
Polly P, thank you. He gave us a super tattoo or sticker, whatever they are. I don't know. Thank you, Polly P. There's a lot of people talking all over the world. We've got people on from everywhere.
That's great.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all you guys watching and hope you're getting a lot out of this information. Really not a whole lot going on, but I mean, we're not ever in the middle of a tsunami very often, so.
Warning. Because it's only a warning, and somebody else said it should have been just an advisory because it's, we're not, well, somebody said there was a 39-foot wave hit, but we don't know.
But a couple other people said that they're in Australia and they didn't see that, so I don't know.
So I don't know if the guy's just writing it on there.
Yeah.
A lot of people put
how
it.
true it is.
Can't believe everything you see on the internet.
That's right. Google's not always right.
That's right. So
Rat Pink's on.
there you go.
Hey, Rat Pink, we're in a tsunami. Whoa. Anyway, Detroit's there. There's another, I don't understand that foreign writing, so thank you, Ham Z, Za. I mean, they're coming on so fast. So we got over 3,000.
Make sure you guys are subscribing to our channel. Hit that subscribe button. Get on there. You can find out all about America and motorcycle rallies. If you want to know what's going on in the motorcycle world, Harleys and all that.
Guess they want to see the water again.
I'm not walking all the way down there again.
Well,
we're on the water.
Some say walk to the water, please. And others say
I did that.
higher ground.
I did already walk to the water. Here, I'll zoom in.
Get closer.
I'll zoom in. Yeah. There you go. Zoomed in. Not the highest of quality. But the guy gets out of the way. So the waves aren't super crazy.
4,000. Oh my gosh. Now the tsunami was because of a volcanic eruption in the Pacific, not an earthquake. Oh, I don't know. Tom Miller just said that CNN reported there was a 39-foot wave in Australia, so I don't know.
Well, if you can believe CNN.
That's what Tom said. But you know what CNN is known for?
Yes, we do.
Don't walk to the water. How big are the waves? I don't think the waves
I would
are
say
any bigger
right now, these are the normal waves that we see here in California. Maybe earlier we might have had some 5 or 6 foot waves, but that would have been the biggest. That's when those guys were out surfing earlier. And so that's probably the biggest we've seen here. Somebody said they Googled us and said we're 65 feet above sea level. And last time I seen when we were driving through here, it said 25 foot. So that's why I said 25. But if you Googled it, yeah, you got to believe Google. So, I mean, there's a pretty big jump right here where that truck's sitting at, down to the water. I don't think it's 65 foot, but I don't know. And then we're pretty level. We're pretty level here. And so I don't think, at this moment, I don't think we have a whole lot to worry about.
I don't know exactly how far away the volcano was from here. I don't know.
I don't know.
But if you Google it, it looks from the satellite, it looks like there was a atomic bomb that went off.
Yeah. There's a tow company. The big trucks never came out yet.
Well, those guys, he said they got him out, is what he said. So it must have been this truck.
How you think?
Because, and then they showed him a picture. So I don't know, right?
No.
So when I asked them if this happens very often.
Truck almost got ran over. I think that they're saying maybe that blue truck's the one that was stuck in the creek. We don't know. They had a picture, but we didn't see the picture.
No, they kind of hush-hush when I walked up. Earthquakes can cause tsunamis, not eruptions. I don't know. That's what we were told. That's what we heard. I don't know, but...
Well, see, the way if you watch that satellite picture of the volcano coming up, it looked like a... I want to say a neutron bomb. What is it called?
Nuclear.
Nuclear bomb going off. Atomic bomb, that's the word. That the water came up like a mushroom. And I think that's why they're saying that it could have caused tsunami.
By the thing,
And,
it's by Pismo Beach is where we're at.
so this is exactly where we're at, is where this sign is. So if you Google this, you can Google Earth us. We'll wave to you. Hey, if they could see that volcano go off, you ought to be able to see us. So this is where we're actually at today. Watching all this action, which is a whole lot of nothing. There's not much happening. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that.
Earthquake first and then the eruption. So maybe the earthquake made the eruption. I don't know.
Yep. Anything's possible. We are not watching any news right now. We are out here filming this for you. And I'll let you see what's going on. And
the story in Bristol from the UK.
Give us that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for us. We really appreciate all you guys watching. Got about 3,500 people watching. We do appreciate all of you seeing what's going on out here in Southern. Well, actually, we're not in Southern California. I just want to say Midland, Mid
California.
Yeah, we're in just out. We're just about 2 miles away from Pismo Beach area, and you can see what's going on. The water's going in and out. Somebody said to quit saying it's not really the tide going in and out.
They said to watch out for earthquakes. It can be a chain reaction.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
California is known for its earthquakes.
Yes.
So.
They do have a lot. They always said one day California will probably break off and fall in the ocean. And hopefully not today. And, here comes a big old... I don't know what that is. It looks like an off-road camper.
They say 6 kilometers away, which I don't think that would, I don't think it was that close. I think we'd have gotten a lot bigger waves than what we saw.
We would have heard that.
Yeah.
There's the truly off-road vehicle camper.
Cindy T, that's what we heard on the news, that it was a volcano that started the tsunami warning.
Yeah. We heard that about 9 o'clock this morning Pacific time.
Well, they said the peak was supposed to hit Salak 66 at 7:30 this morning, which is past, but they said it could be up to 12 hours of incoming sets of waves that could... You need your buses?
No. So, appreciate all of you watching. Give us a...
Mitmet said it was 5,000 miles away. That would still seem kind of far, too. I don't know. I really don't know how far away it was. Not going to show us the water? There's the water right there.
All that in the background is the water. We are facing the water. Yep, there's the waves. Not very big. I've already been down there. And really isn't nothing to see down there. What you're seeing now on your phone, if you're watching it, if you got a TV, go on there. They're not very big waves. So, you know, this is typically what you're looking at right now is typical waves that come into California. Nothing special, nothing big, nothing's happening. So if you're looking for the tsunami, we don't see one yet. If we're even going to get one here today, which I think we probably won't. But you just never can predict the future. So that's where we're at. We're stuck here. We can't get out. We're blocked in by ATV rental companies that are trying to get in the beach so they can make some money. Somewhere along the line here, they'll probably figure out that they're not going to do anything today and just say forget it and give up on it. But
so in the know, what did the Weather Channel name the tsunami? They said they just named it, but they didn't tell me the name.
So what's the name that they called the tsunami?
The Weather Channel just named it.
Maybe they call it the Bob and Tam tsunami. Maybe we'll be famous. Live coverage of it. That would be nice. We'd be stars of a tsunami. So hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. Look like a couple hundred of you have subscribed to our channel. We do appreciate that. Subscribe to it, like it. A lot of you leaving comments, so I don't need to ask you to leave a comment. Those are all things that helps YouTube, actually helps us, to let YouTube know that people actually want to watch our channel. We've been growing our channel here for the last 2 years. We cover motorcycle rallies, talk a little bit about RVing, and we show you all the different coasts in the United States. Last year we were in the, well, in 30 days we'll be on the Atlantic coast. Last year we were in the Sea of Cortez. Right?
Amale Batai sounds like Charlie Sheen.
If I only had his money. So that's about all that's going on. Not a whole lot of excitement. Just some waves coming in. Like I say, this is nothing. People wanted me to get closer to the water. There's nothing here to really see. This is about the normal size waves that you see. Probably a few more waves are coming in a little quicker than they normally do. They're only, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet apart.
Ray said it's like a big fart in the tub.
Could be. So yeah, pretty quiet. Not a whole lot going on. A lot of people's left. It was pretty crowded down here earlier. These guys standing over here are the guys that actually work on that have the ATVs that they rent that were blocking us in, and that's all that. A few tourists still here, but pretty much everybody that was down here watching all the excitement this morning has pretty much headed out. Figure that there's nothing to see. Well, there was something to see. Wouldn't be very good to see.
Art put a link on. I don't know what that's from.
Art did?
Yeah.
Ask him. Art, what's the link to?
I don't know. I tried to click it.
So we're just looking here at, we're just outside of Pismo Beach at Oceano Dunes, and we're just waiting to see what's going on, give you guys what's going on. Let's go head back. I guess we'll start heading back. So just a little bit, we're going to end up our broadcast for today. We appreciate all of everybody hanging out. We'll walk back here. We'll show you all the people that are waiting in line that might be having
I wish they'd all leave so we could leave.
Yeah, it's almost lunchtime.
I know, I'm getting hungry.
I have to go over here and get some tri-tip. So hey, if all you guys would just hit that subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate it. That just helps us out here with YouTube. Let you know we have a lot.
Riding motorcycles, you can follow us along in our motorcycle adventures. We travel across the United States following motorcycle rallies. So you can watch us if you ride motorcycles. If you don't ride motorcycles, a lot of people like to watch us also.
So here's the actual times things were supposed to happen today. So low tide was supposed to be at, well, that was this morning. So we're looking at, we're up right now at...
No, he said it was the eruption.
3:19 is when we're supposed to get the lowest tide. And
the high tide was supposed to be this morning at 7:43, so it was 7:30. Yeah. And then high tide comes in again at 5 tonight, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just looking at the high tides and low tides. You heard anything more about what's going on?
Are they gonna open the beach? Should just close the beach and let all these people leave.
Yeah. Because we're stuck, we can't get out. Okay.
Ranger can't say nothing. So here's why we can't get out, is because of all this that's going on here. We are trapped by all these rental vehicles and people trying to get in. Oh, here comes the popo. Who those people are going to?
Oh, what's this thing coming up?
There's a camper. There's some kind of excitement going on. They got the Rangers and they're escorting a car. It's like they're bringing in some.
I don't know if they're trying to turn around and get out.
No, they got those. Well, those people went up the beach, and then that's the ultimate RV off-road vehicle.
Look at this. It's pretty cool. Overseas.
Yeah, you got foreign plates on it. Germany. Europe and Germany's from. Got foreign plates on the back.
Pretty cool.
So let's turn this way because they're playing music. They stopped.
So you guys keep talking.
Yeah, they're done now.
How long do you guys wait before you turn around and leave?
Give up.
Right now.
Oh, okay.
It's been an exciting enough day. So yeah, it looks like a lot of the guys, at least this group here, has decided they're pulling out. They're giving up for today. And ain't a whole lot of fun just sitting here watching the tides go in and out. So yeah.
So yeah, we might be able to get out of here. Yay!
Well, it depends if how many more move. All these kind of people here already paid, they won't move. They're just turning around. They're giving up. Yeah, they said there's no. They have no idea if they're going to open it all today. Yeah, they have no idea. So a lot of them are saying all the guys the rentals say we're just going back. They're saying they have no idea if they'll open the beach at all. That's why the rental companies are saying they're giving up. So it looks like a lot of them are heading out, and looks like everybody's giving up. There's no, well, it looks like they're not going to open the beach. So that's why the rental company said we're done. They've wasted enough of the day. All right, so maybe we're going to be able to get out of here after all. That's where we're parked at. This is where we're staying. That's why a lot of you have been wondering how come we couldn't get out of here, and this is why. We've been trapped here all morning because of all these rental companies. People wanting to get on the beach. A lot of them now are pretty much saying they've already wasted 4 or 5 hours of their time and calling it a day. So, hey, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate all of you to subscribe to our channel, help us grow, spending this time with you guys, giving you this up-to-date information. We do appreciate all of you. We thank all of you for hanging out with us today, and we'll let you say your thing. Oh, let me turn around. I turned around back to myself again.
So thanks for coming along today. We hope you got this late breaking news on the tsunami, which wasn't really a whole lot of anything, but thanks for coming along and watching with us. Got to see the ocean and what's going on. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you're new, welcome. Please continue to watch us, subscribe, watch some of our videos, check us out, watch where we go across the United States following those motorcycle rallies. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon, give us a big thumbs up, ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
And we thank you all for hanging out with us. Hopefully they're going to send a lot of these guys to go home and we can get out of here, which I don't know if it's going to happen or not. See you all later. Thanks for watching.